Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. The Fantasy End Game. We're on the road to 100K, so don't wait. Just do it right now. Hit the subscribe button before we get started. I'll mention that again later when some of you are actually on. But look, thank you for joining us. We're here, as always, to help you win in fantasy, and we're on week 4 already, 24 hours away from the start officially of week 4. We're going to have it should be a pretty good game. I feel like Cardinals and Seahawks. And since it's Wednesday, we already got practice reports starting to come in. So let's figure out what's what, because, with football starts at waiver wire and all the decisions, it begins and ends with injuries. Doesn't it always feel that way, right? That's what just dictates the way the week goes.
Yes, always. Injuries, man. It's like every year going to the season, you feel good. And then, especially for us, because we do this, we have to, right, every injury impacts us because we have to talk about all the players. And you forget, like, man, how annoying these injuries are and how you have to try to think, is this guy going to play? Is he not going to play? Like, oh, we really like this guy. Oh, but he's not practicing. Okay, well, I guess we can't talk about him. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man.
Yeah, it's almost like that just happened not too long ago. You got some new guys pop up out of nowhere, on the injury list. And again, it's just Wednesday, so we will tell you a lot of times, don't overreact, don't freak out. Let's wait till Friday. Let's start with good news. How about this? This could be impactful. We've been telling you to stash Chris Godwin. He was a full participant in practice today. Now, that's just one day. We'll still have to wait till Friday. They didn't say he's playing. They just said, let's see how it goes, because you know how it goes. He could practice and then aggravate something, have a setback, may not feel 100%, whatever. But just so happens they might need a wide receiver with Mike Evans out for, 3 to 4 weeks? So how you feeling? I mean, obviously, a lot of leagues already ran waivers last night. Some of you might still be looking tonight. Yeah, you want to pick up Chris Godwin. That should be obvious. But are you feeling like he might play this week?
Yeah, I feel pretty confident he's going to play this week. My worry is, how much is he really going to play? Remember, this guy, like, what did he get hurt last year? Like week 7, week 8, something like that, right? Somewhere around there. So it's been almost a year since he's done any football activity. Because remember, it wasn't like he was practicing in training camp. It wasn't like, no, he hasn't done anything. So, like, I can't imagine that they're just going to throw him out there and be like, play 80% of the snaps, after practicing for 3 days. I think we're going to see a limited Chris Godwin this week. If I have Chris Godwin, I'm probably not playing him this week, hoping to see encouraging signs this week. Like, maybe he plays, 40% of the snaps. Maybe he gets, decently targeted on the routes that he runs. And then it's like next week we could feel good. But this week, I don't know. I just don't think it seemed crazy to me to like just instantly throw this guy out there 80% of the snaps.
Yeah, and it's really not a great matchup. They play the Eagles, known to be a pretty good defense. I mean, like he could do something, but even so, like you're saying, what is the ceiling, right? You're taking on the risk of a low floor without necessarily having a high ceiling. So it's like, why do that if you have a better option? And we went back and forth, as far as Mega Ibuka. It's like, okay, what does this mean, right? If Godwin's out there, that's not great for Ibuka, but Evans is already gone. And then it's like, yeah, they're going to still have to target Ibuka a lot. I still don't love the matchup for Ibuka. I still think he's just kind of like a solid, I don't know, low-end wide receiver 2, maybe high-end wide receiver 3 based on your league. So this will be interesting to watch. But yeah, Chris Godwin did practice. Xavier Worthy did practice, but we heard that before. But do you feel Worthy now comes back? Because the Chiefs definitely look like they need him.
Yeah, they need him. But also, what's encouraging is today he was a full participant. Remember, he's only been limited. So I do feel like this is the week we're going to see Xavier Worthy finally. I feel like we're going to see full practice today, full practice tomorrow, full practice Friday. No injury designation, good to go for Sunday. And if that's the case, I mean, I don't think Xavier Worthy is a must start, but I think he's at least got to be one of your better starts.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you would think, because early estimates were like 2 to 3 weeks, and so the thought that he was just going to come back immediately seemed a little crazy, and sure enough it was. This week, I do feel like it's definitely possible that he plays. So keep an eye on that. And then there are also some players who popped up as far as not practicing today. But again, I don't even know if we want to dig into that because it's just Wednesday.
Just Wednesday. Not time to panic yet.
No time to panic. The only ones that matter are Seahawks, Cardinals players because they play tomorrow. Zach Charbonnet, any idea you think if he's going to play, and what does this mean for Kenneth Walker? Because that matters.
Yeah, Charbonnet is listed as questionable. We're just going to have to stay tuned tomorrow and see when the actives and inactives come out, if he's active or not. It's the short week. They don't really practice on the short week. They just kind of do like walkthroughs, right? Like estimated practices and stuff. So,
yeah, I would not asking because I would want to start Charbonnet anyways, but Kenneth Walker is going to make a difference. Still feel like he's going to be a solid start. Even if Charbonnet is active, it doesn't seem like Sharps is ready to go. So we'll, of course, keep you posted as things unfold. And that's where we're also going to stream tomorrow before the game. And again, on the weekend, because by Saturday we'll have all the information. And then Sunday morning, once again, we're here for you pretty much every day. It's just not Friday nights. All right. So let's figure out what's what here. We do have a lot of questions, but also, you know what? Speaking of Thursday night, you're setting your lineups, of course. For some of you, you got some action in that Arizona-Seattle game. You want to get those players figured out. I can figure this one out pretty easily if you're setting your picks on underdog. Well, why don't you take Kyler Murray? Because if he gets higher than 0 yards, and that's passing or rushing, you win. That's a gimme pick. Now, unfortunately, you only get that if you're a new customer on Underdog. You know, they can't give away too much free money. But if you haven't tried Underdog, you're going to get a lot of freebies. You get that free pick. You also get a special pick and up to $1,000 of bonus cash. That's extra money in your account just for depositing money in your account to try it. And as a new customer, if you use code ENDGAME when you sign up, besides that, you also get $50 of bonus funds just for putting $5 towards anything. But use code ENDGAME when you first sign up for Underdog because it gets you all the free cash and the free picks, and it is definitely worth it. I can tell you that. All right. Talk a little bit about some of our Underdog lines that we like as well. You know, we sprinkle those throughout the videos from time to time. Things change throughout the week, so that's why we always tell you early in the week when we want to kind of like lock in there, right? Like take this, take the higher, take the lower. But we do have a lot of questions to get to. We also have a lot of questions, which is a good problem to have on Draft Lane. And so reminder, you also want to use code ENDGAME and you get 10 free credits to use towards your first couple of questions on Draft Lane. And so it's right there. It's a free download, App Store or Play Store, right? Android, Apple, got them both up. So download the app. You get 10 free credits if you use code ENDGAME. And you can ask any of the questions that you would ask here. Waiver wire, start, sit, trade questions. And as I mentioned before, and I'll continue to mention pretty much all year long. Sorry if you've heard this before 100 times. You're going to hear it 100 more. But you already know. You can sync your Yahoo and your sleeper leagues with Draft Lane, and we can see your roster. If you ask a waiver wire question, we can see your waivers. If you ask a waiver wire question, we can see your league mates rosters. If you ask a trade question, we can dig into it. If you're on Yahoo and Sleeper, they're synced. If you are on one of those unfortunate other platforms, you can still ask a question and you just type out whatever you want. You'll get personalized feedback. And let me show you what I'm talking about here. So we've been doing these questions off and on all day. And so let's do at least one of them so we don't get too backed up here. So here we go. Look at all the choices. We got trade. The trade questions probably take a little longer. We'll not do that live. Start, sit, ask a question, rate my team. It's never too late to do that. Which one? What are you feeling today? It's,
well, I just did Bengals question, so we can either do the ask a question or the other start sit right there.
Let's do that. Let's see what ask a question is.
All right.
Quick start sit. Interesting. I don't want to enter my roster. It's like, are you ashamed of your team? Matthew Golden or Cortland Sutton as a flex?
I mean, I like Golden this week against the Cowboys, but I can't start him over Cortland Sutton.
Yeah. Sutton is. I think we both agree this week he's almost a must start, right? Like a near must start.
Yes.
Getting the targets, and it's a smash matchup. I mean, he gets the Bengals. Golden does have intriguing upside, I will say that. But again, I'm not putting one of my guys I'm just typically starting over him as much as I like him. But can't bench Sutton for him. All right, there we go. That's funny. I don't want to enter my. Maybe it just meant like he didn't feel like typing out his entire roster. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, because if he's on like an ESPN league, he can't sync it because ESPN is lame like that and won't let us.
Yeah. All right. Maybe that's it. I'm sure he's very proud of his team. Okay. There you go. There's one question. We got some start sits here. You know what? That one was quick. Let's do one. Let's do a start sit. How much do we like Horton in the flex? Well,
not a lot.
Not great, but let's see what the other choices are. Horton. Okay, so Horton isn't in his flex. Okay, Terry is hurt, so no Terry. Got Luke McCaffrey. Stashed him. I mean,
it doesn't look. It looks like so right now. It looks like he's got McCaffrey maybe in the flex. Golden.
This looks like a 3 flex league.
Yeah, so he's got Gibbs, Walker. That's fine. JSN, AJ Brown. That's fine. And Njoku, fine. Does he have another tight end? I don't know. Golden, Bill, Ladd. Yeah, I'm not starting Torrey Horton over Golden, Bill, or Ladd. No way.
No, the only one might be Bill because again, still not getting a ton of run, kind of touchdown dependent. But what is Torrey Horton? He's still pretty touchdown dependent. So,
exactly.
I don't think we need to say this. I would assume it goes without saying that JD is still sounding very iffy for this week. It's really not sounding great the way they made it sound. They're like, oh well, Marcus Mariota is fine. Like he's fine.
Yeah,
but I don't think we need to say it just to put Drake May. Okay. Horton, I'm just gonna say is a pretty much right now, could change, but right now a touchdown dependent flex. But so is Bill. Keep Bill in because his matchup is a little better. No changes here, right?
No changes on that one. That one looks good.
I'll say unless JD is out again. All right, there you go. Personalized feedback. What we're looking for there. Now we do have some more. We'll get to those later. We know we got a bunch of super chats lined up already, so let's get to those.
Let's do it.
All right. You know how this goes? If you don't, then let me tell you how it goes. Super chat guarantees we put your question up on the screen and answer it in as much detail as possible. If you don't want to, that's fine. You do not have to. We cannot guarantee we'll answer all these comments because we're going to have hundreds and we'll be on here as long as possible, but we're going to go in order, get our members or super chats, and then take it from there. First up is Cody. Was able to move Igbuka for CD. I think that's got to be a win.
Wow, nice. Yeah, that's a win. I mean, assuming you can be without CD for the next 3 to 4 weeks, which I assume you can if you're doing that trade. So definitely a win.
Yeah, you're gonna be happy with this come playoff time. Swift for Debo, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Swift kind of going the wrong way here. I don't love Debo, but look, if Terry's out, that will help Debo. But he said he's only down to 2 running backs now, JT and Jacobs. So we are living on the edge here, Cody. We are living on the edge.
Yeah, I want to grab somebody for those bye weeks at the very least. But yeah, I think those are still strong moves. Michael Cazares traded Kenneth Walker and Jalen Waddle for Chase Brown, Rice, and Ertz. Okay, remember that from yesterday. And then also traded JSN for Malik and Kyron. That's nice.
Yeah, I think that's got to be nice. I mean, it's a little scary trading JSN for Malik Neighbors right now because, I mean, JSN is kind of doing what we hope Malik Neighbors will do, right? So it's a little scary, but you got Kyron as well, so it should be okay. And I think Neighbors will hopefully be fine with Jackson Dart. I mean, I guess worst case, if Jackson Dart isn't the answer, Jameis Winston's the next man up. And if Jameis Winston plays, Malik Neighbors to the stratosphere. Malik Neighbors, high as you can go with Malik Neighbors. The second trade's a little interesting. I mean, I think it's probably good. I mean, Waddle, like whatever, but man, I might be irrationally low on Chase Brown right now, but he wasn't even looking good before the Joe Burrow injury. But you did get Rice at least, and Ertz is solid, so it should be fine.
Yeah, ironic that the guy, everybody, I mean, we use the term skyrocketing. Chase Brown skyrocketed up draft boards. He was a second round pick by the time the season was here. And then, yeah, it all fell apart pretty quickly. But look, I'm not throwing in the towel on anybody after 3 weeks yet. It was one horrible game can make you, sometimes irrationally low in a player. I'm worried. I'm not saying I'm not worried about Chase Brown. Trust me, I am worried, but I'm not just like totally giving up yet. All right, let's do Juicy Boosie, loyal viewer and frequent commenter. Also a traded Monty for T-Mac. Dub?
I think so. I know this is probably a good time to trade David Montgomery. Not that I'm out on David Montgomery or saying but he's coming off a monster game. We know I can pretty much predict David Montgomery's numbers by the end of the season, right? Like there's nothing new here. Yeah, he had a very nice game. So yeah, let's go ahead and trade Monty. We know he's solid, but I mean, this is almost certainly the best game he's going to have all year, almost guaranteed. So barring a Gibbs injury where he becomes a workhorse. So yeah, I think this is a good trade.
Yeah, exactly. Barring injury. I mean, exactly what I was thinking. Are we betting that he's going to have another 150-yard 2-touchdown game again this season? No, probably not. No. So I think it's a win. All right. And then Samantha Fluger. All right. Needs some luck at 0-3, definitely. Let's see. Nico Sutton, Kyron Dobbins, Odunze. Is it Johnson? Is it Quentin Johnston or is there a different Johnson? Joanne Johnson. Maybe yes, Joanne Johnson. Unsure about my QB golfer Knicks.
Oh, this is actually kind of tough because Knicks has the way better matchup against the Bengals. Goff, the Browns. I mean, that is a really tough spot. Knicks has been so bad.
Yeah, Knicks. I feel it feels like a good spot for him to get better. It's just the Bengals. I think you got to go with the matchup first and foremost.
Yeah, let's go Knicks. They're both kind of risky this week for different reasons.
Right. And look, Nico came off a big game. Sutton came off a big game. Dobbins has been good. Odunze has been good. You've got to have some bad luck here because you don't have a bad team. Interesting that Kyron Williams, Dobbins. I mean, maybe the lack of an elite running back here, but Kyron hasn't been bad. It'll turn around. I think so. All right. Welcome back. Robert, where you been? Robert Mitchell. Prophet Robert Mitchell. I have Debo, Dunze, Buka, Javonte, Gibbs, Judkins, Mayfield. And then he also mentioned down below, also has Hampton. Okay. Rice is on reserve. Who's the odd man out? It's a couple weeks from now.
Yeah. I mean, you say Mayfield as your second QB, which means you probably have Lamar, Hurts, Allen, Daniels, Herbert, somebody like that as your first QB, I'm guessing. Mayfield, I think Mayfield's going to go here. Obviously, it could change because we're still, remember, he can't come back till week 7, so we're still a few weeks away. Don't know what's going to happen. Injuries, as we saw this week, injuries can hit to anybody at any time. So if I had to pick right now, it would be my quarterback. I'm like, I don't need my quarterback.
Yeah, definitely the quarterback here if he's your second. And interesting, he said, which one, Buka, Javonte, Judkins? Yeah, if I had to pick one of those others, it wouldn't be those. It would probably be Debo, but it's Baker here.
Well, he says flex. He's asking for a flex.
Oh, that's a flex question. Oh, okay. Which one, Buka, Javonte?
Yeah, I'm going Judkins here. It's close between him and Igbuka. We actually briefly talked about both these guys potentially being on the Booms video that we just got done filming. I think I'm a little higher on Judkins than you this week. Might be a little higher on both these guys than you this week, honestly. I mean, Judkins is not like on paper, it's not a great matchup. You see the Lions not a great match, but he's just been so good. And it's like they don't give the ball to anybody else in that offense. So I might go Judkins here, but I'm also really fine with Ibuka, even though he has a tough matchup too.
Well, tough matchup. But, at the very beginning, we talked about Godwin. I mean, it's PPR. I think I would still go Ibuka. Probably even if Godwin does play. Okay with Judkins, though. All right, let's do Jay. The 10-teamer needs 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex.
All right, well, I'm going to go Purdy at QB. I think I'm going to go Barkley Benson at running back. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, tomorrow, if Charbonnet is out, then that will put Kenneth Walker ahead of him for me. But if Charbonnet plays, then you got to think we're going to see an annoying little split again. And the Cardinals do have a pretty good defense here. I mean, so do the Seahawks, honestly. So that one's close. Actually, oh wait, I just saw Genty. Actually, I might go Barkley Genty. And again, unless Charbonnet is completely out tomorrow, then I go Walker. Sutton, Jacoby would be my 2 wide receivers. Juwan Johnson is my tight end. And I will probably flex either Kenneth Walker or Ashton Genty, depending on who. So I guess I'll just play those 3 running backs: Barkley, Walker, Genty, Sutton, Jacoby, Juwan Johnson.
Sounds good. All right, Pedro Navarez. Unfortunately, got another 0-3 team here. Hurts, HN, Chase Brown, JSN, T. Higgins, Okonkwo, Judkins, Waddle, and then asking Broncos or Chargers defense.
I mean, they're both good options. You got Chargers versus Dart. You got Broncos versus Browning. But I think I would go with the Chargers. I mean, Giants don't have a lot of weapons. At least the Bengals do still have some weapons like Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown. So I might go Chargers here. Although it's close. They should both be good this week. Yeah, I mean, who I think I can start somebody over T. Higgins. Who, though?
DJ Moore. Or Shakir's, actually, Shakir's not a bad choice here against the Saints. I think he could have a decent game.
Yeah, Shakir, fine. I don't really love anybody on your bench, so everything else looks good. Yeah, it's unfortunate you got Chase Brown and T. Higgins on the same team.
And so we were just talking about one injury can just change everything. T. Higgins went from like rock solid number 2 receiver to what am I doing here? But
yeah, exactly.
That's the part we can't control. Yeah, and you there's no trade value with T. Higgins right now. Waddle more. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot you can do. You can always try. I don't think you want to trade Judkins right now. So, yeah, it's just hold tight here. It's funny, we hardly talk about chasing upside with the defense. Give me the Chargers against a rookie making his first start, and the hopes, not assuming it will, hoping this guy, has the nerves, throws multiple interceptions, pick sixes, fumbles, all that. You got to at least take a chance there.
Yeah.
JCR Melts, what's up? Okay. What do you think about this? Traded Etienne for QJ.
I mean, this seems crazy. To even people say this, but I don't know if it is. I mean, I think you probably should have gotten QJ plus, honestly, but it doesn't seem terrible right now. It doesn't. QJ is a big part of this offense. It's a great offense to be a big part of. That Jags offense is looking not very good right now. So I think it's maybe a slight overpay for QJ, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, don't think it's unfair. Depending on your running back needs. Okay, so now let's assume Worthy plays. Are you playing Worthy or are you playing QJ?
I think you still got to play. I think you just got to put QJ in your lineup. I mean, it's not like after week 1, we were like, okay, we've seen this before. Let's see it. Then
Right.
week 2, it's like, oh, this might be a thing. And then week 3, it's like, yeah, this is a thing. This is a thing.
Yeah, and still risk worthy. Coming back here could get re-injured. Not a great spot either. So, all right, on trade, my Mike Evans straight up for K9.
I don't really want to do this, but I'll say, like, if you need help right now, because Mike Evans isn't going to help you for probably the next few weeks, I think it's okay. It's okay. I don't know if I like it long term, though. I think I still prefer Evans.
Yeah, I think it's close enough. I'm okay with this, knowing Evans missed a couple of weeks because I still believe in K9 overall. And you just traded Etienne. Maybe you do need a running back now. So I guess if that's the case, then it's fine. All right, Juice just wants to make sure this lineup looks good. Got Walker on the bench, got Judkins on the bench, got Kyron on the bench.
Oh my gosh, who you got in your lineup? Genty
Genty
over
Mason.
Walker, Genty over Kyron, Genty over Judkins. I would definitely not put Genty over Judkins. I'll say if Zach Charbonnet is completely out, probably put Walker over both of them.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, Sun God, QJ.
Well, we didn't mention this. Again, it's just Wednesday, but Tet did pop up on the injury report today with a calf. That could be concerning because this is a new injury. So you have good enough flexes here. I might just lock in somebody else right now at the flex.
Yeah, I would definitely flex Judkins over Tet. I might be too high on Judkins this week, but man, he looks awesome. He looks awesome. Like, I don't want Judkins on my bench anymore. I want him in my lineup. So I put Judkins in over Ted at the flex. And then Genty Walker will come down to Charbonnet tomorrow.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Jacob Garcia. It's a 10-man PPR league. We got Chase Brown. We got Travis Etienne or Henderson or Charbonnet. It's probably one of the first two.
Yeah. I'm going to go Etienne here. Chase Brown on the road against the Broncos. This could be another game where they can't run. They're not even running the ball because it's like they can't. And then it's like, is he going to catch 8, 9, 10 passes? I don't know about that. So I'm just going to go Etienne here, even though Etienne also has a tough matchup this week.
True. Wide receiver 2 in flex between Igbuka, Adams, Keenan, Sutton. These are better options.
Wow. We need to make a trade here, Jacob. We need to make a trade. Because you can only start 2 of these guys. Like, none of these guys should be on your bench. I think you got to go Sutton Adams this week. But man, having Igbuka and Keenan on my bench is not good times, especially when I have to roll out a Chase Brown or a Travis Etienne at running back. Let's make a trade. Let's make a trade this week, Jacob. Let's upgrade. Let's go get a running back. So you don't have to make these terrible choices every week.
And not saying Igbuka is like must sell now before it all falls apart. It's not that situation. This is just the best time to sell high. This is the guy that you should probably sell to get a good running back. So yeah, do that. And you'll see when the Boom video comes out why we like Adams and Sutton. John, all right, that's more like it. 3-0, but lost CD. All right. Am I good? Got JT, Kamara, Drake London, Ladd, Kelsey, Keenan, Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I mean, between London, Ladd, Keenan, and Pearsall, you should be fine at wide receiver. Yeah, I think you're fine. Don't do anything crazy here. Don't do anything crazy.
Yeah. The fact that you're able to get to 3-0 with London not doing too much so far, Kamara just being good, not great, Ladd underachieving. Yeah.
CD got you 0 last week, and you're still 3-0?
Yeah, no kidding. All right, there you go. What is up, Python? Here we go. Talk about Igbuka. Would you trade Igbuka for and Rice for Neighbors? That feels like too much.
Like, you don't want Neighbors here?
I want Neighbors, but am I giving up both of those guys for Neighbors? I mean, it's
think I
risky
am.
just because now we don't know what Jackson Dart is. Like, honestly, I get he was drafted early. He's Dayball's guy, which actually makes me feel worse. How do we know that he's any better than Russ? Like, he might not be.
But we saw Neighbors even with like Drew Lock and whoever else, Tommy DeVito last year. Like, he was still good. I don't know. I think I'm still taking Neighbors here. Like, okay, Igbuka, like, yes, Igbuka will probably be really good for the next 2 to 3 weeks, but Godwin already back. Evans, they're not even going to put him on IR, which that makes me think he might only miss a few games. There's going to be a time here pretty soon, and it's going to be the most important part of the fantasy season when we have Evans, Igbuka, and Chris Godwin all on the field at the same time. Like, I really feel like we're seeing the best of Igbuka right now this year, and it might continue for another couple weeks here. But I mean, I think I'm just going to gamble on the best player here with Neighbors. If it's me, I'm going to take the chance here.
Yeah, you could. It's not lopsided. The thing is, then I got Neighbors, you got Garrett Wilson, and then you're hoping Ridley bounces back, right? And it's, as your number 3 guy, Cam Coleman, Trey Tucker. I don't know. All right, Patrick Poppy. 12-team PPR. Here are the running backs. I'm weak at wide receiver. Been offered Ladd or Kamara or Scatterboo for Keenan Allen.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I think you got to trade Scatterboo for Keenan.
Yeah.
I mean, we just have to prefer Keenan right now. Like Keenan is 33 years old. This guy, like, every time he, takes a step, he could get hurt. But at the same time, maybe he doesn't, right? Maybe he doesn't. I think we sadly have to prefer Keenan right now. And yeah, I think if you could trade Scatterboo for Keenan, you got to do that.
Exactly. Ladd for Kamara seems fair, but yeah, I would do that. Take Keenan for Scat. All right. Speaking of Malik Neighbors, Cody wants to know: would you be able to move Nico for Neighbors? And I think the other question is, should you?
I mean, I don't really see the point of this. It feels very lateral. Like, what are you really getting here? Because I don't feel great about Nico right now. I know he's coming off a big game, but the Texans' pass defense looks horrible. Pass offense looks horrible. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to do this, sure, but I don't know if it's going to make a big difference. Like, this feels very lateral.
Right. Exactly. They're both elite receivers. There's questions about both offenses. So, I mean, really, it comes down to who do you feel better about, really. Let's see. Alan Wendling, basically another Scatterboo. Well, not a question, but a comment. He's going Scatterboo over Pickens in half. Buying the hype.
I don't think I hate this, honestly. I think I would do this too. I mean, we don't know how much Dart is going to check it down to Scatterboo, but I like his chances of getting some check downs from the rookie QB here. Pickens against the Packers. I mean, this guy could pull an Antonio Brown this week. Legitimately, this guy could take his clothes off and run off the field in the middle of the game. I might just go Scatterboo here.
So I'm guessing you're okay trading Pickens for BTJ then.
I think I'd rather just gamble on BTJ bouncing back for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. So not the good Antonio Brown. We're talking about the late career Antonio Brown.
We're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Antonio Brown.
Right. Okay. And yes, don't forget, never a bad time to hit the like button. What's up? Big Man Fishing is in the house. We got 10-teamer here. Hurts. McBride needs 2 running backs and a flex between CMC, K9, Mason Sharp, Judkins. Oh, okay. Here's a test. Exactly how high are you on Judkins? And then Nico, Ted, Keenan, Jacoby, Ridley, Tillman.
Yeah, I can't put him over CMC and Mason. Mason has another good matchup this week against the Steelers. CMC and Mason for me over Judkins. There's no way. It says Yeah, it says 2 running back, tight end, and 1 flex. But I mean, these can't all be your flex. Like, these can't
Yeah.
all be your flex choices. I'm
Yeah,
assuming you need 2 wide
we
receivers.
probably need 2 receivers and a flex. I'm guessing.
Yeah, we have to here. I think you still, as much as I just said, I'm scared of this Texans pass offense. You got to put Nico in there. You got to put Jacoby in this week, and I think you got to flex Keenan in PPR.
There you go. Now he also has an 8-team league here. Lamar. We need 3 receivers, tight end and flex. Oh, all right. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Achan and JT, you have to start.
Yeah, although I do like Dobbins this week. Oh man, I think you got to. I mean, this is the problem with 8-teamers, right? You got to start Jefferson and Odunze. You got to start Achan and JT. Oh, we need 3 wide receivers, so that's good. So we can go Jefferson, Odunze, Jacoby, and then I'm going to flex Dobbins. I'm going to go Achan, JT, Dobbins at the flex, Jefferson, Jacoby, Odunze.
Yeah, I was gonna say, between Pickens, Dobbins, we're big on Dobbins this week, and definitely safer than Pickens, that's for sure. But yeah, let's go Dobbins here. All right, Alex B need to flex in a tight end. Pearsall, Pittman, Sutton, Henry or Hawk at tight end.
I mean, I just don't like Henry. We know Henry's not going to do this every single week. We've seen that, but how do you sit Henry? I mean, he's had 2 monster games out of 3. Like, I don't see how you can sit Henry. 1 flex, and I think the flex here is going to be Sutton against the Bengals.
Yeah, I probably would have gone Pearsall, but he's a guy who just popped up on the injury report today, very annoyingly. So, all right, let's go Sutton. Pretty easy set and forget. Juan Pablo just got the membership. Thank you. Appreciate that. And he just traded TreVeyon Henderson for Michael Pittman.
I'm okay with this. I mean, look, maybe it happens for TreVeyon Henderson, but maybe this is just a frustrating committee all year, and they don't really ever commit to anybody. Look, Pittman's the guy in Indy, and Daniel Jones somehow is playing well, so I'm okay with this.
Yeah, we have to. It's early. We have to wrap around our heads around the fact that it's not guaranteed. Henderson, he may be this year's like Trey Benson, the guy we just keep waiting. That's going to happen, and it just doesn't happen. We'll see. All right, we have Chiludo, 2. Pick one of each, Diggs or I guess Troy Franklin.
I'm just going to go Troy Franklin here. I know, he didn't follow up his random big game with another random big game, but he still ran the second most routes, and they get the Bengals this week, and he almost scored. He should have scored. I mean, Bo Nix, man, why are you so bad? But let's go Troy Franklin over Diggs, and then I think you got to go Olave. I mean, okay, Olave doesn't have a massive ceiling, but he has a massive floor.
Huge target share. He's still one of the leaders in expected fantasy points. I don't expect them to turn all into real fantasy points, but he's still getting you a pretty high floor. All right, Bobby Brook, across the pond. Wow, 0-3 too. Let's see, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex, and a quarterback out Love. That's great this week. Jacobs, Kamara, Javonte, Harvey, Algier, Jefferson, T-Mac, Sutton, Devonta, Pittman, Golden, McBride.
I'm going to go Jacobs, and I think Javonte. Let me check to make sure. Javonte. Have them both as solid play. How come I just don't have this? Saints play the Bills. Bills are very bad against the run. Cowboys get the Packers. That's a tough defense. Ah, man.
Yeah, I think
Kamara. Why aren't you catching passes, Kamara? All these passes, all these pass attempts, and they just don't go to Kamara.
Kellen Moore doesn't have the word check down in his vocabulary.
I don't know. I'm going to go Jacobs, Javonte, because, I mean, if I feel like a better chance for a team scoring, it's the Cowboys, I guess. Although I don't. Kamara, Javonte, both very close. Jefferson, Sutton will be my wide receivers. I mean, as much as I like Golden, T-Mac, I think I'm going Yeah, I'm going Pittman here.
Yeah, and again, T-Mac, you might have heard Bobby. He's got a calf thing. We'll see what happens here, but I mean, Jefferson, Sutton, lock them in. Either Devontae or Pittman. Pittman probably has the better matchup. All right, let's get some better luck. Hey, I know you're a Packers fan, and you obviously got multiple Packers in your lineup. This is a great spot for Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. So
Yeah.
hopefully they'll carry you to victory. All right, we got JoJo with a couple of questions here. First of all, start two: Benson, Scatterboo, Brees.
I'm playing the two young guys, although Brees, certainly isn't old. I know Benson and Scatterboo are getting the work here. I don't know what's going on with the Jets. I mean, I know it's the Dolphins. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on this, but man, last week it was very close to a 50-50 with Brees and Braylon. I think I'm just going to go Benson, Scatterboo.
Yeah, I was curious because Brees is still pretty young. Brees is like a couple months older than Cam Scatterboo. That's funny. The old guy, 24. I agree, though. All right, here's also JoJo. This is full PPR. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 2 flex. Saquon, Scat, Monty, Benson again. Tyreek, Jason, Olave, Pickens. Thank you. Appreciate you, JoJo.
All right, well, you got to go Scatterboo. And I think I do go. I go Benson over. I mean, sorry, you got to go Saquon, not Scatterboo. You got to go Saquon. I do go Benson over Scatterboo just because he's in that Cardinals offense, not the Giants offense. So let's go Saquon, Benson. And I know Monty is going to be, how do you not start Monty at 150 yards, 2 touchdowns? That was the Ravens. It's the Browns. Like, don't be shocked if Monty doesn't have a good game this week. You got to start JSN. He's a must. Honestly, I'm just going to go Olave here, assuming it's PPR. I should say this about Chris Olave. I'm only starting Chris Olave in full PPR leagues. I mean, this guy has not topped like 55 yards. He had 10 catches last week for like 55 yards. I don't even know how that's possible, but he did it. He somehow did it. Like, that's like running back numbers. So if you're in like a half PPR or non-PPR, that knocks him, even half PPR knocks him way down, honestly. But assuming it's full PPR, I'm going to go JSN and Olave. We need 2 flexes. Oh, here we go. This is going to be tough. I think Scatterboo is definitely going to be one of my flexes. I think I still have to go Pickens over Tyreek. I mean, he should get the targets, right? Right? That one's tough.
Should. So it sounds to me you didn't pick Pickens here, right? As a flex?
No, I said Pickens over Tyreek.
Oh, you did. Oh, you said Pickens over Tyreek. So like it sounds like you're completely out on Pickens. Okay, I was like, I at least gonna take a chance here. I know this could be ugly, but he's got to get a ton of targets. Jake Ferguson cannot lead the team in targets every week, can he?
He might. Well, look, if George Pickens only going to run hard on like 30% of the routes, he might.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Cowboy fans. Sorry, not sorry. Real quick, because we already kind of answered this. Don, what's up, Don? Hawkinson or Hunter Henry? Said Hunter Henry. Pearsall or Pollard? If Pearsall's a full go, it's got to be Pearsall. But keep an eye on this. We're gonna have to wait because Pearsall also popped up on the injury report this week. So just keep that in mind. Mumble Dragon, again, re-up the membership for a full year. Appreciate that. 2 receivers, 2 running backs in the flex. Thinking of trading Keenan and Walker for Jacobs.
Feels like too much for Jake. Like 4 weeks ago, I would have said like, yeah, do this. But now, I mean, Keenan looks like a solid high-end wide receiver 2 every week, and Walker's still a solid RB2 or better. I'm not doing it. I think this is too much for Josh Jacobs.
Got Collins, Pearsall, Worthy, Pittman, Flowers.
I mean, I understand why, because you're like, hey, I don't really need these guys, but I think you should be able to get more. I think you should be able to get more than Jacobs.
Or, well, the other thing is like, okay, do you give up less? But is there really a receiver here that you feel is like would you do Pittman and Walker? I could do Pittman and Walker.
Yeah, I could do Pittman and Walker.
I don't know if I'll want Pittman and Walker, but could do that. All right. Then we got Michael Bryan. Would you consider trading Okay. Jamar Chase, George Pickens, and Trey Tucker for Lamb, London, and Tet.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume if you're going to do this trade, you are okay not having CeeDee Lamb for the next few weeks. Like, you don't need him. London should get better. Tet should get better. Yeah, I'm 100% doing this.
Yeah, definitely doing this because Lamb's injury should go away in a couple of weeks. Jamar Chase's quarterback situation will not go away all season. So there's that. And Trey Tucker to get Ted McMillan, absolutely. P. This is half, needs 2 receivers, 2 running backs, a flex, and a tight end between Igbuka, BTJ, different Williams. You got J-Mo, Williams, Terry, CMC, Swift, Hendo, Kraft, Henry. Thanks. You're welcome.
All right, 2 wide receivers are gonna. I think you still. With Terry looking very doubtful, I think you got to go with Buka, BTJ. Man, I guess CMC, Swift. I mean, the Bears do get the Raiders, so there's a chance here. Henderson, we just don't know. We just don't know how the touches are going to go for the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't like it, but it's basically right. There's no other running back we're missing here, unless Williams happens to be Javante, which I don't think so, because you put J-Mo Williams. So if it's just Swift or Henderson, I think you unfortunately have to go Swift.
And honestly, I might just flex both these tight ends this week again. Like, I don't like doing it, but again, we just don't know how many touches Henderson is going to get. Like, he could get a bunch of touches. He could get like a handful of touches. We just don't know. And Jameson Williams, like, what has happened here? Like, all that talk in the offseason from the new OC about this is going to be such a great year for Jameson Williams. Well, when's it going to start? I might just flex one of these tight ends and start the other. For real here.
Wow. I never thought I would see the day you're flexing a tight end over a receiver that was like a 4th, 5th round pick or whatever he was.
Yeah, but I didn't look. I mean, what is his like?
Look, I knew 2025 was a crazy year. This is like the last thing on my bingo card. Like, Chris is flexing tight ends over healthy wide receivers and good offenses. Like, what does the world come to?
Yeah, I mean, he's got Kraft and Hunter Henry.
All right. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just trying to make a big deal about
it. I'm going to look right now while you pull up the next question. Because I didn't look today. I haven't looked yet. What is Jameson Williams' target share right now? Like 12%? 11%?
It's not great. I know that. It's not a great matchup either. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, he has one good game because he had one long play, basically.
Right. Yes. That's it.
That's it.
He has a 12.6% target share. He has 12 targets in 3 games.
It's not enough.
4 targets a game. I think he's gotten exactly 4 targets in every game, actually. Like, you cannot, like, you have to hit on a big play. He has to.
Actually, it's actually worse. He's gone 5, 4, 3, so it's trending down.
Oh man!
All right, there we go. Moises, I feel like I know this is going to go. He got offered Judkins for Chase Brown. He's 0-3.
This is a smash accept for me. Smash accept.
Yeah, I mean you need it, but also yeah, let's do it. Sammy. 2 receivers in the flex between AJB, Benson, Wilson, Jacoby.
It's PPR. I think we got to sit Trey Benson here. I can't sit those wide receivers this week.
Yeah, you have those receivers are too good. All right, then we got Tyler C, that 0.7 PPR league, 2-2 in a flex. Hurts, BTJ Ladd, probably not JMO. Golden and IO Manor. Pigeon, Mason, Pollard, Benson, Harvey, Bill, Henry, Likely.
We're going to go BTJ. I think I still got to go Ladd here, although I will say Golden. Can I do it? Can I put, you know what? I might have Golden ahead of Ladd, actually. Let me look. You know what I do? Let's do it. BTJ Golden. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I love
BTJ Golden. think you got to go Bijan Mason. I'm going to flex Benson, even over Ladd. Sad times here. You got to play Henry. Even if likely plays, you got to be Henry. I feel like some moves need to be made. Currently 1 and 2. I mean, yeah, you probably feel that way because probably your first 2 picks, BTJ and Ladd, have been absolute busts. The fact that you're 1 and 2 with those 2 picks is actually really impressive. Well, no, I guess they aren't your first 2 picks because Bijan was probably okay. Your second and third round. That means you got Ladd or BTJ in the second, Ladd in the third, with Bijan in the first. That's pretty amazing. But look, they should get better. They should get better. What are you going to do? What are you going to trade these guys for right now?
Don't trade. Again, I feel like this could be a good Ladd week. The matchup favors him. I'm not saying you have to start him, but yeah, just hold tight here. Your team will get better, unless BTJ is just going complete bust. But I don't think so. All right, so now I'm assessing the 10-teamer. Got these players. Needs 2-2 and a flex at tight end. Henry or Juwan Johnson.
Oh, this one is tough. I think I go Juwan Johnson over Henry just because Juwan Johnson has been good every single game. I have no worries about Juwan Johnson killing me at the tight end position. We've seen Henry disappear, so I think I go Juwan Johnson. Like Henry could have the bigger game, sure, but give me my guaranteed 12 PPR points or more from Juwan Johnson.
Yeah. And then CMC, you're starting. I think Hampton, I don't know. Hampton, got Dobbins, got Walker, got Judkins. You got good running backs here. I think I still want to start Hampton, though.
I mean, I think you got to go CMC Hampton.
Nico, you got to start Nico. He's at the end there.
Where is Nico? Oh, what the heck? Why is Nico at the end at the end there? Okay, yeah, Nico and Jacoby. Oh, man.
So now we're flexing either Keenan or Dobbins or Walker or
I think I'm going to flex Dobbins against the Bengals.
Yeah. All right, Martin Beachy, 8-man, PPR, 1 flex, RB, HN, Mason, Walker, Genty, or Priest. This is definitely an 8-man league.
Yeah, I'm going to go HN, Mason. At wide receiver, I'm going to go... I think you still got to go Chase and Neighbors here. My goodness, these choices. I think I'm flexing Jacoby. I know you like London a lot.
Yeah, but I'm not just benching Chase, and despite Jackson Dart, I'm not benching Neighbors. So I'm looking at this. I thought it was RB2, but now I'm wondering if he means I need 2 running backs, I need 2 receivers. Because there's no way that Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Drake London are competing for their wide receiver 2 spot. So I guess let's pick 2 of each.
Yeah, I did. I said HN Mason. I'm still starting Chase and Neighbors.
Chase Neighbors, flex London, or I'm flexing London.
Yeah, it's London. It's London or Jacoby.
Jacoby certainly safer. Safe doesn't win in an 8-man league. Let's go London. Real quick, let's do Benny Blanco. 10-teamers, 2-1. Pick 2. Chuba, JK, or Henry.
Okay, I'm not benching Henry. Nope, not there. Not there. And I think you got to go Dobbins against the Bengals this week.
Never bench the king. And then pick 1 for flex, T-Mac, Pickens, or Chuba.
Well, if T-Mac plays, I'll pick him. Otherwise, I probably will pick Chuba. Pickens against the Packers. Man. So either T-Mac or Chuba, depending on if T-Mac plays or not.
All right. Now let's do this one real quick. And we got super chats to get to. But Roman, my wife loves that name. So if she's watching, let's give her a little kick to see that. Trade away Higgins for BTJ. That's a huge win.
Do it. Even if BTJ is a bust, that's okay because so will Higgins.
Exactly. So good idea for sure. NTY. This is a 10-team full PPR. Baker, Cook, HN, Neighbors, Myers, Ertz. Flexing Monty on the bench. We got Franklin, Romeo Dobbs. Okay, but the question is, I need to upgrade. Do I need to upgrade Myers? No, I don't think Myers. No.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I'm not starting Franklin or Dobbs over any of those guys. No.
I could entertain flexing Dobbs because of the matchup. I know. Like, how could you sit Monty? It's the Browns, but I think you're fine. No, Myers. No, we love Myers this week. O'Neal, 2-2 in a flex. Got Chase Brown, Kamara, Henderson, Ramondre, Judkins, Neighbors, T-Mac, Ridley, Pearsall.
I'm going to go Judkins and Kamara at running back. Neighbors, I'll say Neighbors and Pearsall if he plays. If Pearsall doesn't play, Neighbors and T-Mac. And then if Pearsall plays, T-Mac will be my flex. If Pearsall doesn't play and I'm starting T-Mac at wide receiver, I guess I'm flexing Chase Brown and praying to the fantasy gods because I cannot start Calvin Ridley right now.
Right. And then at quarterback, if Fields plays, he's the move. If not, you're fine with me.
Yes. Exactly.
All right, Dezev, 2-1 after the Monty legacy game ruined my streak. Wow, so he single-handedly stopped you from being undefeated. Well, that's okay. Needs 2-2 and 2 flex. H.N. Walker, Swift, Kyron, Mason, Jettis, Odunze, Mason, Sutton, and Jacoby. Yeah, this team should be 3 now.
2 Masons. Got 2 Masons. Can you start them both? H.N. Mason, one of the Masons. H.N. and one of the Masons, my running backs. Jefferson, Odunze are my wide receivers. Is it full PPR? Doesn't say. I assume full PPR. I'm going Sutton and Jacoby in the flex. Man, this team is stacked.
It's a good team. Which, speaking of Mason, we had too many Masons here. We had not enough Masons. You took one of O'Neal's because he forgot Mason in that question we just did. Sorry, make it easier.
Oh, that makes it way easier because now we can go Mason, Judkins at running back, Neighbors, Pearsall at wide receiver with T-Mac in the flex. And if for some reason Pearsall is out, you can go Neighbors, T-Mac with Kamara in the flex.
There you go. Phil the Vibe. What's up, Phil? Drop pits for Henry.
Yeah, I think you can do this now. You can do this now, definitely.
Yeah, it's okay. Rob is 2-1.5, trading AJB for Lamb.
Yeah, give me CeeDee Lamb. I mean, we still I know AJ Brown has had a nice game, but it was all in the second half. We can still see the Eagles more weeks than not throwing the ball a lot, right? So give me Lamb here.
Yeah, I think this is fine again. Lamb is going to miss a couple of weeks. Still worth having in the playoffs. Cali Kid, always on here. Got that membership. Appreciate you. Alex Sanchez, 10-teamer. Super flex. So we need 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, tight end, and a flex. Okay. I think you're pretty good with Allen and Lamar. I don't know how you got them in a super flex league.
I feel like we've seen his team before, and it's how'd you do that? But I'm guessing, because again, his wide receivers are Pearsall, Pickens, Golden, Igbuka, Rome, and Ted. I'm guessing he probably traded away a stud wide receiver for one of those QBs or something.
Yeah.
And his running backs are Mason, Henderson, Benson, Kamara, Genti. So, yeah, again, I'm guessing he traded a stud running back.
Yeah, well, here's a trade question. So, here we go. Trade Rome for JSN.
I mean, as much as I like Rome, I think you have to do this.
Yeah.
JSN is not competing with DJ Moore and maybe an emerging Luther Burden at some point. It's just JSN. I think you have to take JSN over Rome right now.
Kamara, Genti for Hampton.
Ooh. I guess this comes down to do you believe in Genti or not?
Yeah. Look, the way things are right now, I feel like Genti Hampton is straight up, right? It's who do you like better? They weren't drafted that far apart. I feel like you're just throwing in Kamara. You shouldn't need to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you only do this trade if you're nah, Genti's going to be a total bust this year. And I'm not ready to say that. So I would trade Rome for JSN. I would not do the second one. I think you know who your 2 quarterbacks are. I'm not going to tell you who to start at QB. I'm going to go Mason Genty at running back this week just because Genty gets the Bears. They're so bad against the run. I'm going to take a chance on Genty. Rome, you have to start him. Pearsall would be my second choice if he plays. Igbuka would be my third choice. And then, so obviously if Pearsall plays, you're done. Igbuka's a flex. If Pearsall doesn't play, I would flex Ted.
There you go. And then we got Skylar Gesser. Needs quarterback. Oh, I see. So are we sending either Warren or Mason for Kyler or Nix?
Not for these guys. Come on. There's no better, like, there's nobody on the waiver wire, like nothing. Like, I mean, I guess if it's Jalen Warren for one of these guys, fine. Not Mason, though. No way. Not Mason.
I'm okay sending Warren away because, again, I always feel like Warren is just a flex. Like, I'm not going to miss him on my team. I don't want him starting every week on my team. If it's for Knicks, and again, you're basically counting on the fact that Knicks gets better, which could happen. So I think Warren for Knicks is doable. Yeah, these aren't quarterbacks you want to trade for necessarily, but I guess I'm okay with Warren for Knicks. All right, then we got Damian Lorenzo. Got offered T-Mac and Henderson for Benson and Devonta Smith.
I feel like we did this last night. I think I'm going to take the T-Mac Henderson side here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Devonta Smith is fine, but like he's just kind of fine for me. Like, rather gamble on T-Mac as the season goes on, and Henderson hopefully at some point getting more work.
Yeah, I think this is fine. I know this does sound familiar, right? Yeah. Yeah, nothing wrong with taking that. Sebastian Ponce. All right, got Pacheco and Scadaboo as my running backs. This is why you're 1 and 2. Okay, trade Rashee Rice for Judkins, or can I get better value?
Yeah, I think you got to do this. I think you got to. You can't have Pacheco getting you 5 fantasy points every week, for the next 3 weeks while Rashee Rice comes back going, potentially 1 and 5, and then be like, hey, now I have Rashee Rice. Like, nah, just get Judkins. Just get Judkins. Start winning some games. Start winning some matchups.
Right. It's pretty symbolic. And Pacheco running backwards. I feel like that's what he's doing to your team, right? Taking you backwards. All right. Nick Q 3435. Trade DJ Moore for Olave.
Yeah. It's half PPR. Oh man. Because look, here's
the thing about Olave.
Here's the thing with Olave. Okay, I apologize to Chris Olave. He had 57 yards on 10 catches this week, but that's only 10 half PPR points. He had 6 for 54 the week before. That's only 8. He had 7 for 54 the week before that. That's like 9. Like, ugh. But I mean, yeah, I don't know.
This doesn't feel like a big needle mover either way.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, if you want Olave, it's fine. This is like one of those because I see a lot of like people talking about Chris Olave and his expected fantasy points. This is like one of those, and I use that a lot, especially in like the trade videos. This is one of those guys where I feel like the expected fantasy points are complete lies. Like they completely lie. Like, yeah, he has huge expected fantasy points because of all his targets. But the one thing expected fantasy points doesn't factor in is the fact that your targets are for no yards.
Right. Yeah.
These are not high value targets. These are not like deep shots, end zone shots. These are like 5 yards past the line of scrimmage throws.
Yeah, but at least I'll say he's getting a lot more targets than DJ Moore. So
true.
For that reason, I think this is fine. All right, KJ Herring. Can you drop in Njoku for Henry?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Mike Altwheel got the membership as well. Appreciate you,
Thank
Mike.
you.
Glad that you're back. So I don't see any question in the immediate vicinity. Let's move on to a guy who's had that membership for quite a while. It's Royland. That's right. We're getting there. We're on the road to 100K. Anyone watching now, said it at the top when nobody was on yet. If you haven't subscribed, you're watching us, you're watching this channel. Obviously, you're getting something out of it. So hit the subscribe button. It helps us big time. We appreciate it. So let's go get to 100K. Judkins, Swift, or JK?
I still have to have Dobbins over Judkins because Judkins, it is the Lions, not the best spot, right? Not the best matchup here. Dobbins gets the Bengals. Give me Dobbins.
Dobbins, and then Juwan or Hawk. Just go Juwan, right?
Yeah, what are you worried about the Bills D for? Like,
no. If anything, you should be encouraged because they're going to have to pass the ball probably more than they have all season. So
yeah, it doesn't even really matter to me who the Saints play, honestly, except for like maybe Kamara because he could get game scripted out. But it doesn't even because like they're going to throw it 40 times. They're going to be short little passes near the line of scrimmage. It does like they can do that against any defense.
Yeah, and they will. Yeah. Drop Tillman or Tootin to pick up Golden. I think you drop Tillman, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, next up. The next up. Okay, trade Gibbs and Etienne for CD and Bucky.
I don't know about this. Like,
No?
Well, man.
I like this one. I mean, not just your 3-0. Okay, that doesn't mean like I'm good. I don't have to worry. But look, CD misses a couple weeks, right? Gibbs and CD, these are both first-round picks. I feel like that's just comparable. Bucky over Etienne, you got to have Bucky over Etienne, don't you?
No, definitely have Bucky over Etienne. I think my worry was, I don't think CD's just going to be a few weeks. Did you see his ankle? That thing was like, no, I'm pretty sure CD's going to go on IR. And it might not even be a 4-week IR stint. This could be like a 6-week IR. I wouldn't be shocked.
Okay.
I mean, that was pretty bad. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a doctor, so I could be totally off base here.
Let's see. Let me see. What does Jerry Jones say? Jerry Jones? No.
Jerry Jones doesn't know what he's talking about. Jerry Jones can't even pronounce. Well, he called Micah Parsons Michael Parsons.
Michael.
He doesn't even know what's going on. I mean, you probably should take the CD and Bucky side. Long term, this will be better for you. As long as you are okay with the fact that you might not have CD for 4, 5, 6 weeks. Yeah.
And the latest, again, it's just could always change. They're saying 3 to 4 weeks. Not great missing your top receiver for 3 to 4 weeks, but if you can get by, I think it's okay. I would probably, in the playoffs, I'd definitely rather have the CD Bucky side. Jin Rail got DK, wants to trade in a 14 PPR. What is his value?
Yeah. I mean, I will say this about DK Metcalf. He's one of those guys, he's got the name value, right? Like, people see the name DK Metcalf and they get excited for some reason. I don't know why, but they do. So I think he still has trade value. I mean, I don't know what you're looking for here. Does it say he just wants to, like, he doesn't care? Like, just get this guy off my team, which I don't blame you.
Well, you probably saw that we check, of course, fantasy point views all the time, the separation score. You mentioned this in the video. He's got like the lowest separation score, average separation score, like of anybody, right? Like the worst.
Yeah. The worst. I mean, I could go for, like, if you don't need him right now, I think you could get Mike Evans. I mean, you could probably get Ricky Pearsall.
I would definitely do that.
I don't know about running back. Any running backs I really want here?
I mean, a 14 teamer, again, it's a little tougher. Right? It's a deeper league. People are going to be a little more hesitant to, sell on a guy like a BTJ type. But this is a good time to put those feelers out. You're not going to get, like, don't try to get Jamar Chase, right? That would be insulting in a 14-teamer.
Right.
But yeah, some of those guys, you might, I doubt it, you might get BTJ if the guy's panicked. But yeah, I like those ideas you mentioned. All right, Cali Kid. 2 questions. Okay, 1-1-1 and a quarterback. Okay, so Caleb Nix. Okay, we have, how many quarterbacks do we have?
Too many. I'm just gonna go with Caleb this week against the Raiders. He's been playing great. Wait, you got Fields too?
Yeah,
I'm still probably going Caleb though. Fields certainly could outscore him with that rushing, but I mean Caleb's been great. It's the Raiders. I'm just gonna go Caleb. Let's drop some QBs here. Do we need all these QBs? Don't think so.
yeah. Do you
You're that guy. You're that
one
guy in the league where I'm like, oh, I need to go to the waiver wire and get a QB. I'm like, where are all the QBs? Oh, Cali Kid has them all. Why do you have all these QBs? Wait, you got Purdy too? What the heck?
Yeah, I really hope some of these guys are just on waivers. And okay, anyways,
Yeah.
all right.
I hope you don't.
That's
have
your
all these guys.
quarterback, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 1 flex.
Judkins is going to be my running back. Jacoby's going to be my wide receiver. I think I'm going to flex Worthy if he plays. Honestly, if he doesn't play for some reason, then I'll go Etienne.
And then that last one is not a question. I'm just going to pretend and see. Mayor Hurts. I should know. Gravity. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. Got Benson, Gibbs, Bucky, Kamara, Sharps, Chubb, Hill, Pickens, DK, or Wandale.
I think you still got to go Gibbs and Bucky. Not giving up on Bucky. The dude had 25 carries last week. I know he didn't do anything with them, but he had 25. I'll chase that volume, especially if Wirfs is back. Wide receiver is a little tougher here because I don't really like any of your wide receivers. I guess I'll go Pickens and Tyreek. Just give me Pickens and Tyreek. Metcalf against the Vikings? No. And then I'll flex Benson.
Sounds good. How about Andres Huerta? Thoughts on the 10-teamer? Caleb Brees, Hampton, Nico JSN, Juwan Wilson at the flex. The bench has Hunter Henry, Sharps, Monty, Harvey, London, Lamb, and Fields. Okay, so just once a quick assessment, maybe a rating.
Brees, Hampton. Yeah, I think you're good at running back.
You're very good at receiver. I was like, I want to start London, but I don't see who I'd put him over. You can't.
No. I mean, your starting lineup is stacked, and you got Fields on the bench. I mean, yeah, this is a very good 10-teamer. You should feel good. Very good.
Yeah,
your lineup.
Yeah, this is like an 8.5, and no changes to the starting lineup here, I don't think. All right, here's Mike Altwheel. Allen, Etienne, Kyron, McMillan, Keenan, Johnson, flexing Mason, and then there's the bench. Did I do any changes? And then who to drop for Rice? Well, you don't have to do this yet, so don't drop anybody yet.
Exactly. Unless Rice is on waivers, which sometimes he is. We've seen him on waivers.
Well, that's true. That could be the case. In which case, I don't know who to drop.
Yeah. Etienne, Kyron, Tet. I would put Judkins in over Kyron. I may be too high on Judkins this week. We'll see. Is that Brian Thomas on the bench?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, I'm putting Brian Thomas in over Tet. Maybe I'm too stubborn here. Still doing it.
No,
I will say Charbonnet's completely out. I might go Walker over Judkins. So we'll see tomorrow. Charbonnet's he has to be completely out though.
Right. All right, now we got Detroit Dobler. Needs help on a complicated trade. Fields, King, Henry, Gary Wilson, and Tyler Warren. Like we just have one at every position. For Jaden Daniels, Pollard, Lamb, and Bowers. Okay, So we're upgrading a quarterback, right? JD over Fields. We're definitely downgrading a running back, Henry to Pollard. Lamb, Wilson, and then Bowers for Warren.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. I mean, you're giving up Derrick Henry, Garrett Wilson, and Tyler Warren. Nah.
Yeah, I don't think I would do this. The drop off for Henry to Pollard is too much. I think that's the problem. And then look, you're like, oh, I got Lamb. Okay, but you can be without Lamb for a month. I mean, really, the biggest upgrade you're getting here is a quarterback, and for that, it's not worth it. No, Phil Ciortino got JD, Saquon Mason, London, Pittman, flexing DK, got Kincaid. Hunter Henry's on the bench, Ridley, Chase Brown, Kirk, Hollywood, and Worthy.
All right, I assume 2-2-1. Oh, yeah, so he's okay. Nah, Worthy over Pittman, Metcalf. I will go Worthy over Metcalf if he plays for sure. I mean, I kind of want to do Chase Brown over Metcalf, but I don't know. Chase Brown's so bad. Let's just hope Worthy plays. Play Worthy over Metcalf. Sounds like Worthy's got a good chance this week.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about him this week. So there you go. And then, of course, be prepared to pivot at quarterback because you don't know about JD. Not sounding great, but we'll see. Royland, all right, got a trade request. It is a dynasty trade. Give Rice for Shakir, a first, and then a future second.
I don't think so. Like, unless you know that first is going to be very, very early. But even then, I mean, it's still such a crapshoot, right? Like if you took, let's say you had a top 3 pick this year. And if you took Ashton Genty, how are you feeling right now? Like if you traded away, let's say you traded away, like last year you traded away, I'm trying to think of a comparable wide receiver. Like, I don't know, you traded away, who's somebody? I can't think of anybody. You know, a good young wide receiver, not a stud like CeeDee Lamb or something like that, but like a good young wide receiver.
Garrett Wilson or not quite that good?
Yeah, I feel like he's been too good. I was gonna say like Romo Dunze, but he's been too good probably. But somebody like a Rice, and you drafted Ashton Genty. Like, how are you feeling right now? Probably not very good. You drafted Cam Moore because it's a super flex league. How are you feeling right now? Probably not very good. That could change. It could certainly change, but it just shows the risk. And then we're just talking the early picks. Like, what if you drafted Travis Hunter? You know what I mean? Like, what if you drafted RJ Harvey? Travion Henderson, you're feeling really not good right now, right? You're like, oh my God, what have I done? So I think I just keep right because Shakir doesn't move the needle for me enough. A 2020, I mean, we're talking like 2 years from now. Like, what? Yeah, I'm just keeping Rice.
Yeah, I could entertain this if it'll be a decent first round pick, but also if you feel like this isn't your year. Nicholas Humphrey. 2 and a flex. Got Gibbs, Walker, Benson, Chase Brown, Judkins, Mason, Javonte Williams. That was a lot of running backs. Pickens, Sutton, McMillan, Jacoby.
All right, going to go Sutton, Jacoby at wide receiver. Probably not going to flex one of them because your running backs are too good. Gibbs, Mason, and then again, getting a lot of teams with Walker and Judkins. It'll come down to tomorrow. If Charbonnet's active, I'll play Judkins. If Charbonnet's out, I'll probably go Walker.
I'll just say real quick, I'm good with all that. It's interesting because sometimes you feel like these teams that had running backs that like kind of busted in week 1 and or week 2, they're the teams that were proactive and went like, okay, I'm gonna go get Judkins, before he plays, and I need Benson. And then if those guys do pan out, like Walker's not looking good again, and you have Mason, it just pays off. And it's funny because those week 1 teams are like, yeah, I steamrolled in week 1. I'm great. And you don't do a whole lot in the waiver wire. And then all of a sudden you're not so good in week 2 and week 3. And everybody else is caught up because they picked up these players. You know what I mean? It's like, another way that week one just kind of like turns everything on its head. All right, Cali Kid again. 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex: Chase, Judkins, London, Myers, Pickens, Benson, Etienne, Godwin, Jennings, Moore, and oh yeah, Jamar. Then we need a quarterback.
I'm gonna go Judkins, Benson at running back. Still gonna start Jamar Chase. I will say we have not gotten a lot of Jennings questions. If Pearsall is completely out, I will go Jennings as my wide receiver too. But assuming Pearsall plays, I'll go Jacoby as my wide receiver too. And then I will probably flex London here.
Sounds fair. And then did you do quarterback yet? The quarterback, I'll just say if JD plays, it's JD. If he doesn't play, it's Fields. If he plays, and if it's not, if neither of those guys play, let's go Danny Dimes.
Yeah, I think you still got it. I do like Gino this week, but he's also risky.
Yeah. How about 2 mean fuzz? I don't see anything mean about that face. Look at that face. 1 and 2. Should I trade Bucky and Mike Evans for Nico and Jordan Mason?
I think so. I mean, we can't be like just already Mike Evans better than Nico and Jordan Mason better than Bucky. Remember, Aaron Jones not out for the year. Aaron Jones will be back. I think you. But that being said, okay, well, actually, let me think about this again.
And again, the way I interpret it, you're saying trade 4. I think he would be getting the Nico side.
Yeah, but I think still, I think I still take it to get Nico. I mean, yeah, I still got to prefer Bucky to Mason long term, but I think I still got to prefer Nico to Evans.
I think it's fair. I think it's fine to do this because even when Jones comes back, Mason will still probably be the lead back, so that's all right. All right, Phil the Vibe. He says his opponent's in first place. He's in second. He wants the early season win. I get it. Okay. Allen Pearsall, Keenan, the King, Swift, John Johnson, Worthy, Higgins, CJS. I hope it's not CJ Stroud. Pittman, Thornton, Franklin, and Evans. Any changes? I don't think so. Pittman, maybe.
That can't be CJ Stroud mixed in with the wide receivers, right? Who is that?
CJS. I'm trying to think who it might be.
I don't know. Is it Cortland Sutton? Is his middle initial J? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is CJ Stroud because he said it's on the bench, so maybe it is. I don't know. All right, so he's got Josh Allen, Pearsall, Keenan Allen, King Henry, Swift, Juwan Johnson, Worthy, Higgins. Yeah, you don't really have any other running backs. I guess you're rolling with Swift. Yeah, if for some reason Worthy or Pearsall don't play, you can put Pittman in over them.
All right. Otherwise, you're good. Get that win and get your shiz. Got a tough one. Dandy Times, Drake May.
I feel like Patriots get the Panthers, Colts get the Rams. I'm going to go Drake May.
Yeah, May does have the better matchup for sure. I think this week it's fine to go May because, they have Danny Dimes get running a touchdown. May's been running more too. That's encouraging. Let's go May this week. Chinonso D. Stafford, Gino, or Penix are the choices, apparently.
I'm going to go Gino. Gets the Bears.
Yeah, against the Bears. Look, I think it could be a bounce back week for the Falcons, but I don't want Penix. Like I can start Drake London. I'm not gonna take a chance on Penix this week. So let's go Gino. Doug Fenton needs 2 in a flex. Pickens, Pearsall, Golden, Achan, Walker, Chuba, Chase Brown.
I'm going to go Achan Walker. I think even if Charbonnet plays, I'm going to go Achan Walker over these guys. Chuba not in a good spot. Chase Brown. Yeah, no. I'm just going to rank these wide receivers because in case they don't play, I'm going to rank them Pearsall, Golden, Pickens. Oh, can I flex Chuba over Pickens? I don't think so. In full PPR. Yeah, I'm gonna play those 3 wide receivers, assuming Pearsall plays. If Pearsall for some reason is out, then flex Chuba.
Yeah, I agree with that. JR65. Trade Chase Brown and Jacoby for Neighbors. Now, this I can easily do.
Yeah, definitely.
Have Barkley, Cook, Pollard for receiver. Yeah, I don't think it really matters. I'm doing that. That's good enough. The way the Bengals offense looks and Chase Brown looks now, yeah, do this to get Neighbors. All right, new member from NC. Thank you. And then super chat from Tim Jenkins Guitar. This is a 16-teamer. Got Caleb Williams, Jacobs, Walker, JSN, Pickens, Benson, Bill, Kirk. Just traded Nico for Brock Bowers. Don't love it.
We'll see. See about Bowers.
Yeah, don't love it. Look, we need Bowers to do a lot more, don't we? We need him to do more.
Yes.
You're pretty, I mean, for a 16-teamer, you're good at running back. You've got still good receivers. Don't know what your receiver depth is. Like, here's the thing: we don't know who your tight end was. It's okay to have a not so great tight end in a 16-teamer. Like, it's okay, but well, we'll see how it turns out. Joseph Zock has Dak in the super flex. Ride with him or grab someone off waivers. Well, it depends who's on waivers.
Yeah, I would not feel good with Dak this week against the Packers. So, yeah, I would definitely be looking at the waivers.
Put in Chuba, DJ Moore, or Pearsall instead.
Honestly, if Pearsall plays, I might put Pearsall in over Dak this week. No CeeDee Lamb against the Packers.
Yeah. No, I agree because I'm big on Pearsall still, and against the Jaguars, it's a smash spot. So Pearsall, just full transparency, Pearsall would have been on the Boom video except for that practice injury today, and we'll see what happens. So we just don't know. But yeah, he's in a smash spot. As far as waivers, look, it's just not a good week for streaming quarterbacks. You don't want to put a guy like Stroud. I mean, are you really going to start like Marcus Mariota? I guess you could, but I'm just fine with Pearsall. Edward Buscarino. This is a 10-man league. Half PPR. 1 and 2. Got Puka, Harrison, Pearsall, JMO, Jacoby. Got CMC, Chase Brown, Travion. The league mate wants Pearsall. Would you move him for either BTJ, Scatterboo, or K9?
I mean, it feels like moving him for BTJ should be a no-brainer, right? But I don't even know if I would at this point.
I don't know. Definitely not for Scatterboo.
I think I would just hold Pearsall here. I mean, maybe we're going to look back on this and say, like, man, that was a dumb move. You know what I mean? Like, you could have gotten BTJ for Pearsall. I think right now I just hold Pearsall.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I was super high on Pearsall all offseason. I didn't think he'd be better than BTJ, but of course, nobody thought BTJ would look like he has so far. Again, it's good buy low, but yeah, I agree. I don't know if I would do this. You could use a guy like K9 because Chase Brown is now looking pretty iffy, and this is a 10-man league. I think that's fair, right? You know, I think I could do Pearsall for K9. but I don't know if I would do it for BTJ, which is crazy. All right, let's get to. All right, here's NC. Any change and option for flex 10-man league. We got Daniel Jones, Zay Flowers, DK Pittman, Chuba Hubbard, Etienne, Henry. At flex, Thornton, Io Manor, Chase Brown.
How low am I on DK Metcalf? How low am I on DK Metcalf? I mean, I can't put Thornton over him. I can't put Io Manor over him. Chase Brown or DK? DK or Chase Brown? I think I would put Chase Brown in, honestly, over DK. I don't know if you can. I mean, I guess you can move. Like, I assume. Oh, wait, no, you can't. Oh, no, your flex options are Thornton, Io Manor, and Chase Brown, so you have to flex one of these?
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's what it looks like.
Then I'm flexing Chase Brown for these guys.
Like, I hate to say it, but this is a 10-man league, and like, are we suffering serious injuries or what? Like, I'm not sure how we got to this in a 10-man league, but yeah, let's do that. All right, Brandon Sky, pick 2. This is also 10-man. Got Kamara, Dunze, Benson, Scattaboo.
I think Dunze's got to be 1, and Benson's going to be number 2 for me.
Yeah, Dunze is a must start now. Stinger just saying, what is up? How's it going, Stinger?
What's up, Stinger? How you doing? Hopefully you're well. Still rocking the OBJ from the Giants.
Still, I wonder if he's fired up to see Jackson Dart.
Yeah, good question. How you feeling? Are you excited for Jackson Dart?
That's something, right? When you're a team like that, you just need something, right? Something to look forward to.
Yes.
All right. We're going to stick to the members and the super chats. We still got plenty of super chats left. So I know if you did super chat in the past hour, we're going to get to it. We haven't skipped anybody, as far as I know. But we just got a lot of questions that we get from way before the stream even starts. So hang tight. I do want to just pause real quick to remind you about Underdog, because some of you maybe haven't tried it yet. We still get a lot of new viewers every single night. And some of you haven't signed up yet. So just got to let you know, due diligence here. If you haven't tried Underdog, you sign up for the very first time, you get a gimme pick, and it's Kyler Murray just doing anything, getting more than 0.0 total yards. That's a gimme. Take the higher. You get this if you sign up for the very first time using code ENDGAME. If you do that, you create your new account on Underdog. Use code ENDGAME when you check out. You get the gimme pick. You get a special pick plus up to $1,000 of bonus cash in your account when you first make your deposit, and they're still doing it. As soon as you put your first $5 towards something, you get $50 in bonus funds. That's a lot of bonus cash and a lot of free picks. So try Underdog if you haven't yet. All right. And then I don't even know if we have time. We got a lot of questions here. We usually also stop and show off Draft Lane. Do we want to do a Draft Lane question or keep it rolling?
Yeah, we can do a quick Draft Lane question, I think.
All right, we can fire one up here. So we have an app, and because it's our app, it's us, just like you do here on the stream. You ask your questions, we answer them. You can do it on your phone at any time of the day. Ask your question, and we will answer it. We've been doing them all day. We got a lot of questions still there to get to. So I'll show you what that's like. When you ask your question on Draft Lane, again, you can do start sit, rate my team, advanced trade, waiver wire, or just ask a question. I'm always intrigued. By the way, you see where it says here with points. What does that mean? Well, if you go and use code ENDGAME right here in the settings, you apply code ENDGAME, limited time, new users, right? If you haven't tried it yet, you sign up, get Draft Lane, it's free, and you use code ENDGAME, get 10 free credits. So these questions, absolutely free. Let's do ask a question.
All right, let's do it.
Do you think Ricky Pearsall and Ted McMillan will play this week because they're questionable? Well, that's kind of hard to answer.
Hard to answer. I'm going to lean. I think Ted. I mean, they asked Ted today if he expects play. He said yes. I think they're both. I think they'll both play. Yeah, hard to say, but let's stay optimistic here and say yes.
All right. And I'm just gonna say definitely monitor injury reports up until Friday, but you don't need to take them out of your lineup, right? Like I'm not taking these guys out just because of this. All right. And of course, watch the live streams on Saturday, Sunday, and we'll let you know. And so that's how it works. Personalized feedback. And depending on the question you ask, start, sit. We'll probably get to those later because we don't want to keep the super chats waiting too long, though. So let's get to the next one. Let's actually get to our next member. It's Jason Priddle. What's up, Jason? 2-1. Got May locked in there. Okay. HN, Mason, Benson, Pollard, Gordon. Not CD. Igbuka, BTJ. Probably not Jennings. Let's see, Warren. Should I be looking to trade for a receiver? Because CD is out. Rice is not back. BTJ is struggling. Jennings, who knows? What do you think?
Yeah, probably need to be trying to trade for a receiver here, but like, who are we going to trade away? I mean, you could try to sell high on Benson right now if you want. He's got a ton of value. Like maybe you could get a Ted McMillan. Maybe you could get a Keenan Allen. Maybe you could get a Pearsall type of guy. You don't have Pearsall, do you? Does he already have Pearsall? No.
You got Jennings.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm okay having both. Just throwing out some names. I think Benson's probably your best bet to trade away here. I mean, Mason's not a bad sell high either because, again, you know, we are going to get, coming off a monster game. We're going to get Aaron Jones back. I mean, if I could trade Jordan Mason for Zay Flowers, I would probably do that right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. This is not a bad time to trade Benson. Trade Benson, or you could do Mason if you get something better. All right. So Stinger does have a question. It's about a Giant, but are we there? Could you start Scadaboo over BTJ?
I have Scadaboo higher this week. I do. I'm starting Scadaboo. Plus, you're a Giants fan. Come on.
Well, it's true. I mean, that's a tiebreaker here. I can't. Against the Chargers, it's a pretty tough defense. I'm going to give BTJ one more chance, but I don't know. I probably am keeping BTJ, but I could see this going either way. Alyssa, would you go get Geno and drop Dak in Superflex? No, I don't want to drop Dak in Superflex. No.
No, you can't drop him in Superflex.
You could start Geno over Dak this week, though.
Yes, you can start him over, but you don't want to drop a QB like Dak in Superflex.
No. Juice wants to know if Judkins over Pearsall is too much. I assume he means starts it.
I don't think so. I like Judkins this week. I might be too low on Pearsall because it sounds like Jennings is playing, and I feel like, yeah, I'm going to go Judkins, but.
Well, let's see. I think we really have to wait here. We don't know if Pearsall's injury is anything. We don't know for sure if Jennings playing. We don't know if Purdy's playing. I think we're going to have to check in later. Okay, 80. Is it okay to drop Ingram if you got Kincaid and Ferguson? Yes.
Yeah,
drop
Definitely.
him like a bad habit. What about this? Who got what? Who got trade Lad for? I think he means who can I trade Lad for?
Well, I mean, Lad still has decent value. I don't think people are like completely like, no way, I don't want Lad. So I don't know if you're asking like you have Lad and you want to trade him, or you want to trade one of these guys for Lad. Like I wouldn't trade any of these guys for Lad personally.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like the way I interpret this, I think he means if I'm getting rid of Ladd because I'm tired of him, who could I get back in return? But I wouldn't do it. I feel like you're selling low here, if that's what you're asking.
Right. Exactly.
Alberto Lopez. Thank you, Alberto. Appreciate you. This is standard. Was offered Trey Benson for Brees Hall.
I think you still got to prefer Brees.
Yeah, especially in standard. Because that's the thing with Benson. I think his appeal is PPR. He's going to catch passes. I don't think he's just going to all of a sudden be Brees on the ground.
I mean, what even is Brees on the ground right now? But I think you still got to prefer Brees.
Well, Brees is still like the Jets offense. It's like an enigma, right? Like what are we getting? Week 1, we're amazing. Week 2, we're the worst offense in the history of the NFL. Week 3, it's like somewhere like horrible in the first half, great in the second half. So like, I don't know, but I'm not going to just assume Trey Benson's better than Brees Hall. In standard especially, I'm going to keep Brees Hall or take Brees Hall. Rusty, which would you prefer over Achane, Derrick Henry, or James Cook?
Both. I think you got to prefer both over him right now. I mean, James Cook, it's only been 3 weeks, but he's looking like one of the best picks in all of fantasy football so far. This guy fell to like the 4th or 5th round pick because people were worried he couldn't score touchdowns, despite playing in one of the best offenses in the NFL.
Yeah, imagine that. If I had to pick one, it's going to be the King. Yeah, so going Derrick Henry. So do what you need to do. Tristan Thompson, Igbuka, or Sutton or Keenan.
Igbuka for Sutton or Keenan? I think I would do this. Because again, like Godwin already sounds like he's back. Evans, we know, is coming back. Evans isn't out for the season. Probably only going to miss a few games, honestly. I know, right now Igbuka has a lot of value, but I think long term, I would prefer either of these guys. Probably prefer Sutton because Keenan's an old man. And there is worry that he wears down or gets hurt.
Just get tired halfway through the season and be like, this is too much for me. It's your turn, lad. I would go Sutton. Yeah, I'd take Sutton. Ken, Pickens, Tet, Jacoby needs 2.5.
I'm just going to go Jacoby Tet. I mean, let me make sure that I'm not. Yeah, I have Tet solid. I have Pickens kind of like risky solid. Yeah, Jacoby and Tet.
Yeah, I think that's good. Keep an eye on the Tet calf thing, but right now, again, not sitting him in. Offered Judkins for Kamara. Taking Judkins straight up?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
I would do that. How big are we on Golden this week? Currently have him in the flex spot.
Yeah, we can't go too crazy here because it's not like he's coming off a stretch where we see him getting, so many targets and all this stuff, but you got to feel pretty good against the Cowboys. It's risky, but man, the upside is huge this week.
Yeah, and so we've been saying this, we're not putting him on the Boom video. There's no guarantee. He's in a good spot. He is getting actually a really high rate of separation. He's winning his routes. It's just the Packers offense. We know what happens. They spread the ball around. They don't pass it a lot, but it's the Cowboys defense. That's why this could be a big week, but there's no guarantee, right? He still needs to get targeted. So he's a huge upside flex play, but we're not starting him over guys you would normally start, like over like a Keenan Allen, let's say. Andres Gerborio in a 6-point touchdown league got Darnold, Gino, T-Law, Bryce. Other question mark?
No, I think here just go Darnold. He's been solid. He's good. Like Gino, I do like Gino's matchup, but Gino also could just lay an egg, right? He could just lay an absolute egg. I think I just go Darnold here.
Yeah, definitely don't want T-Law against the Niners on the road. I'm guessing other is like Aaron Rodgers, Jackson Dart. No. All right, second flex. Cup, Mooney, or Godwin.
I mean, no.
Maybe.
I mean, I might go Troy Franklin from the waiver wire against the Bengals, honestly.
I will say, not that I'm picking Cooper Cup, but I did notice digging into the data, the three defenses that give up the most to slot wide receivers, Arizona was up there. So like Cooper Cup tomorrow night, but I need more upside. De'Ami Brown, I don't even know if he's even playing. Yeah, it's either Franklin or risk it with Godwin. I can't tell you to play Godwin right now, though. All right, Joe Estrada. Thank you as always, Joe. Caleb Williams, got Jettis, Devontae, AJB, CMC, Chuba, Juwan Johnson, and Flexing Keenan. That's a good squad. On the bench, got Judkins, got Benson. Any changes?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Judkins in over Chuba. I think everything else is good. Looks good.
Yeah, everything else is good. All right, there you go. You got it, Joe. Derek Gonzalez. McConkey, QJ, Hubbard, Monty, Jennings needs one receiver and a flex in full.
I'm going to go QJ and Jennings if he plays. If Jennings doesn't play, I'll probably go Lad. Do we want both Chargers? You really want both Chargers? I don't feel good about Monty. I don't feel great about Chuba. Yeah, QJ Jennings. And if Jennings doesn't play, I might just go QJ Lad. If you don't want both Chargers, I can go QJ Chuba.
I mean, why wouldn't you want both Chargers? Just Herbert's leading the league in passing, and I think this is a good spot on paper. This is a good spot for Ladd. I would just do that. Let's go both Chargers. John Wickering, what's up, John? Hunter Henry or Juwan Johnson?
Again, I'm going to say Juwan Johnson if it's full PPR. I mean, this guy has just been like gives you such a high floor. And we've already seen, like, so Juwan Johnson, he's had 6 for 51, 5 for 49 with a touchdown, 8 for 76 last week. Or I guess that was first. I'm going backwards there. But, I mean, just such a high floor. I mean, I know Henry has a higher ceiling, but he can also disappear. I'm going to go Juwan.
Yeah, Juwan I was looking through target share and all that stats today. He's top 10 in targets, like among receivers and tight ends. He's just getting so many targets. That's what you want to chase. Ibuka Hill, Pearsall, Swift, Benson, Scatterboo, Iomanor, Golden. He says he's starting to Hurts, Genty, JT against his homie, who's got this team. Flex and 2 receivers. I think he's asking to set that up.
All right, so you're starting Hurts, Genty, JT. I'm gonna rank them Ibuka, Benson, Scatterboo, Pearsall. I guess if Pearsall doesn't play for some reason, if Pearsall doesn't play, I'll put Golden in over Tyreek.
All right, there you go. And hey, I mean, your homie's got a pretty good team. This will be close though. CJ Dela Cruz has a trade offer on the table. Give Genty and Terry for Jacobs.
I mean, this is another one that comes down to, like, are you just you're just out on Genti night. Like I think to make this trade, you have to be completely out on Genti. You have to feel like Genti has no chance. It's hopeless. He's going to be a complete bust. If you feel that way, make this trade. I don't feel that way, so I'm not making this trade.
Yeah, that's exactly. You're giving up on Genti, which, look, maybe it doesn't happen. I get it. You want Jacobs. You don't want to worry about it. But if Genti is at least close to what Jacobs is this year, then you gave up Terry for nothing, kind of. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not doing this either right now. Jordan Dumas, Caleb or Baker?
You got to go Caleb this week. Not a great spot for Baker, not to mention no Evans.
Yeah, too many question marks there. And then on the bench have Godwin and QJ. Keep Chase at the flex. Are you benching Jamar Chase for Quentin Johnston? This is where we're at in week 4.
I don't think I can do it. Look, yeah, Chase wasn't horrible last week. I mean, no, he didn't score a lot of fantasy points because he fumbled, but still had 5 catches for 50-something yards, and that was an absolute terrible game in a terrible matchup. I know this isn't a great matchup either, but I don't think I'm there yet. I'm still going Chase.
Gotta feel like Chase will at least do something. T. Higgins is a different story. Like, I can comfortably bench T. Higgins. I can't comfortably bench Jamar Chase. All right, so Joe Estrada with a second team here. Got Caleb. Nico, Garrett, Wilson, Tet, Henry, H.N., Juwan, flexing K9. On the bench are guys like Kraft, Keenan, Chubb, QJ again, Fields, and Higgins where he belongs.
I mean, I'm going to put Keenan in over Tet. Keenan QJ close. I mean, I don't even know who I prefer between Keenan and QJ. I guess Keenan over Tet.
Yeah, everything else looks good though. Everything else is good. It's a good team. Another good team. All right, Juice now needs help. This 10-teamer. Lamar, H.N., Mason, Amon-Ra, Pearsall, QJ, Juwan, Dobbins, Kyron's on the bench. Ted and Worthy are on the bench. These changes here. I don't think Kyron makes the cut here.
No. I will say if Pearsall is out, I probably put Kyron in over Worthy.
All right.
But everything else is good.
Yeah. And it's time to both sell high and buy low at the same time. McBooker for BTJ.
I think you have to. I think you just have to take a chance on BTJ here. Again, nothing wrong with Igbuka, but Godwin's already probably back. If not this week, definitely next week. Evans probably going to be back in 3 or 4 weeks. And then we're looking at a 3-headed monster the rest of the season. I can't sit here and say that Igbuka is going to be as good or better than he's been so far when that happens. Maybe he will, but I'll take my chances with BTJ.
Yeah, I think this is worth it. All right, so John got a trade offer, and he smacked it down. He said that some guy wanted Benson to give up Hunter and Pollard. I'm not trading a starter for some bench riders. Would you have taken that, Hunter and Pollard for Benson?
No, I would not take. I mean, I'm not trading for Travis Hunter right now. No chance. I
think it's smart. You held out. You can get more value here. This is talk about Benson hasn't not even started a game yet. You see people are wanting him. Yeah, you can hold out for more here. All right, Cali Kid needs a receiver, flex, and a quarterback. A lot of quarterbacks again. Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, Geno, and Stafford. Who's the quarterback?
Daniel Jones is my quarterback this week.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Myers, Walker, Etienne, Jennings, Ladd, Moore, Waddle. 1 receiver, 1 flex.
I'm going to go Jacoby and Walker. The problem with Walker is he plays tomorrow. I don't think Pearsall is going to miss, but man, if Pearsall misses, I think Jennings is a very good start this week. But
Sure.
I don't think Pearsall is going to miss, so I'm going to go Myers-Walker.
Yeah, I like Myers-Walker as well. Michael Marowitz, 2-2 in a flex and a half. Chase Brown, Etienne, K9, Wilson, JMO, Jennings. And then same format, different squad. So 2-2-1.
I'm going to go Walker and Etienne at running back, even if Charbonnet plays. I'm going to go Jennings and Wilson at wide receiver, even if Pearsall plays. Jameson, Chase Brown. Oh, gosh. It's the Browns. Lions facing the Browns. That is terrible. I might just go Chase Brown here. I think I'm just going to go Chase Brown, the flex.
It is half PPR. Maybe that makes it a little easier. Same format. So Hampton, Jacobs. That's probably your two running backs.
Yeah, Hampton, Jacobs, Sutton, London. Drake, London, and then I'm going to flex Igbuka here.
Yeah, that one's much easier. All right. Always easy. Choose Shrek 2 on DVD. Needs a running back, a flex, and a tight end. Got Ramondre Sharp, Ollie, Flowers, Waddle, Golden, Franklin, Ertz, or Ferg at tight end.
You got to start Ferguson tight end. I know it's the Packers, but I don't even care. Like, if he wasn't playing the Packers, like if he was just playing like a mediocre defense, I'd be like, strong start Jake Ferguson, borderline must start. But because it's Packers, he's only very solid. Running back, oh my goodness, how'd we get here? I guess Ollie Gordon, because this is Jets. Because I don't know, like, how much Ramondre are we going to see after last week? Who knows? Like, how healthy is Charbonnet? Who knows?
Is he still in the doghouse or what?
Yeah, I guess Ollie Gordon and then Flowers at wide receiver for me. Or flex for me, I should say.
There you go. All right, Zaire. Is Horton a good pickup if you're dropping Diggs?
I don't know. I think I still prefer. Horton just feels like one of those guys that's going to be dropped in a week or two, honestly. Like, he had a big punt return. He had a touchdown, but he's not, like, heavily involved in this offense. But, I mean, neither is Diggs. I mean, I don't know if I want to drop Diggs for Horton. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the long-term upside still goes to Diggs. Look, we're being optimistic here, right? Best case scenario, Diggs recovering from a season-ending injury. Figure maybe he works his way into getting on the field more, gets better as the season goes on. They lean on him more. I think that's reasonable. Horton is more just like a risky flex. So no. All right. Skinny. Full PPR 12 team. Trade Benson for Godwin and Rice.
Yeah, you got to do this. Do this.
I'd probably trade it for one of those players straight up. You can both. Yeah. 1 and 2 with this team. Scared if I trade Benson, then my flex spot drops. Henry and Cook at running back. You got Jason, Pearsall. Then you have Godwin is already coming back, and you have to do this. Take this.
Yeah, you got to do this.
Yeah. Okay, and then we got Cody. 3 lineups. Here we go. 12-teamer. Any changes here? Got Dak, Benson, Pollard, Ridley on the bench. Ted and Genty in the flex.
I'm playing Benson over Ted. It's not a great spot for Ted this week.
All right, now what about this one? Hurts, Bijan, JT Sutton, Devontae, Juwan, Mason, Judkins. Again, Dak is on the bench. You have a Hurts. You don't think you need Dak. I don't think so. I don't think any changes here.
Yeah, no changes here.
And team 3 looks a lot like
Dak
team
on the
1.
bench again. It's because I hyped up
same
Dak.
one. How about this one?
All right. Chase, Myers, Kraft, Golden, and Debo. We got Tucker, Godwin. Yeah, I can't. You're good here. Fields pretty close this week because I don't know, but Fields I feel like has more upside, but Purdy is definitely safer.
Yeah, I think if Fields is good to go, I'm rolling him out. It's the Dolphins. All right. Chinonso, another one. Flex, Higgins, QJ, or possibly Tyquan Thornton.
Nah, just give me QJ. Isn't QJ what we want Tyquan Thornton to become one day?
Yes, it is. This one, it's easily QJ, actually, this week. Demetrios, welcome back. Pick 2, Pickens, Hill, Diggs, Flowers. This is non-PPR.
Non-PPR?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Flowers. I'm gonna go Flowers, Pickens. I mean, you gotta think Tyreek Hill's gonna see a lot of sauce this week, right? Like Dinkin Duncan. I mean, maybe he scores again, but if he doesn't score, what are you really getting in non-PPR? Like 40, 50 yards? Yeah, at least Pickens has big play potential. He could also score. Same with Flowers. Flowers has big play potential. He could score. I'm gonna go Flowers, Pickens.
Yeah, like Diggs this week is the easy no. Flowers is the easy yes. Pickens, Hill, go Pickens. Don, who I know I always say your name wrong. I still have no idea about the last name, so let's go Don Goripe. Got offered Tyreek and Judkins and QJ for JJ.
I don't think so. This feels like, hey, here's 3 pretty good guys. Give me your stud. I don't like these trades. I don't like being on the pretty good guy end of the trade.
Yeah, not good enough. And yeah, I don't think so. I don't think we even need to know the roster. I don't know if this must be different. What's up, Juice? Okay, so Juice, of course, and probably more leagues than we are. Herbert, JJ, Sun God, Walker, Judkins, McBride, Odunze. That's pretty good. I'm not sure how you can make it better. AJ Brown's on the bench. Devontae Smith is on the bench. Kamaro's on the bench. But still.
Yeah, I think AJ Brown just has to sit on the bench. Dang,
Yeah,
nice team.
Can.
Nice team.
Not bench. Yes, this is all right, I see what you're doing. This is basically a humble brag, but you know what? You deserve it. Rodney Woods. What's up, Rodney? Full PPR. We need 2, 3, 1, and 2 flexes. Genty, Henry, Mason, McLaurin, Wilson, QJ, Judy, Pearsall, Sutton. Is that Luke McCaffrey?
Luke McCaffrey.
It is Luke McCaffrey. I was like, McCaffrey, wait a minute. Looks like an L. Burden. Someone watched the stash video. Thornton, Godwin, Njoku, Fannin, Strange.
All right, I'm going to go Henry, Jordan, Mason at running back. Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, QJ are my 3 wide receivers. Njoku, Fannin, and Strange. Let's go Strange. Although I can't say I love any of those tight ends this week, but I got to pick one, so we'll go Strange. Pearsall is definitely going to be one of my flexes. I think Genty is going to be my other flex. Pearsall and Genty will be my flexes.
All right, there you go. 2 and 1. Keep it rolling. All right, so Luis, Mini SE from Chicago. Sounds like he was offered Tyreek Hill for Bucky.
Please don't do this. Please don't do this.
And look, Tyreek Hill has shown signs of life, right? He's been good, not great, good the last 2 weeks, but it's not enough. There's no guarantee here. Matthew trades Swift for Harvey. That's interesting.
I might do this. Although I saw today, I think Jacob Gibbs tweeted out RJ Harvey ranks dead last in success rate among running backs right now. And
How is that? He's only got like 5 carries.
And Dobbins looks really good. But I mean, Swift looks so bad. I might just take Harvey and hope it gets better.
Yeah, I might just trade Swift to get anything back. Yeah. All right, Myron. 1 running back, 2 receivers in the flex between Wilson, Sutton, London, Benson, Warren, Judkins.
All right, I'm going to go Wilson, Sutton as my wide receivers. Judkins is my running back. I'm actually gonna go Benson as the flex, but I'm guessing you're gonna go London as the flex.
You know it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep those 3 receivers in here. Could make a case. We could consider all of them except for maybe Warren, but it's PPR. Give me those receivers. I'm counting on London having a good game finally. Matthew Temple needs 2-2-2. Mason Genty, Kyron Warren, Nico Tet, Pearsall, Ladworthy, got Maycraft, and Allen. Which Allen? Is that Keenan on the bench?
I don't know. Going Mason Genty at running back. Nico. I mean, if that's Keenan Allen, I'm going Nico Keenan at wide receiver. Man, this is tough because it's like, is Worthy going to play? Is Pearsall going to play? I mean, I think I still have to flex Kyron at least. I don't think I could play all these wide receivers over Kyron. So let's start those 3 running backs. So that gives us 2 wide receiver and a flex. So I will rank them. Nico. Keenan Allen, assuming that's Keenan Allen. Pearsall. Worthy if he plays. Tet Lad. That should cover you. That should cover you.
Yeah, I think you're good. Any way to make the team better? This looks like a pretty deep team, right? You have obviously the fact that the decision to start these players was tough. It means you've got a lot of good options. Drake May should be good enough, right? Good enough for a 12-man.
Yeah.
Xavier. BTJ and Omarion or Sutton and Warren.
I mean, you got to take BTJ and Hampton here. Like, you got to just gamble on potentially getting 2 stud players. I think you got to take the BTJ side here.
Right. I keep saying Warren to me is always just a flex. Maybe a high upside flex, but how high? And Omarion could be a stud running back the rest of the season. It's definitely the first side. Whose house? Chase Brown, Henderson, Shakir. Hey, yo, needs flex.
I think I'm just going to go Shakir here. I have Shakir and Chase Brown as flexes, but at least I feel better about Shakir in that Bills offense than Chase Brown in the Bengals. So I'm going to go Shakir.
Yeah, Shakir in a decent spot against the Saints. None of these other guys aren't quite inspiring enough. Alex Saban, this is my team. What do you think? What flex? All right, so we got Caleb, Barkley, Cook, Collins, Odunze, McBride, and then the bench. Henderson, Pearsall, Fannin, Bill, Danny Jones, Coleman, Benson, and Judkins. All right, that made it tough. I was like, I want to put Pearsall at the flex. Consider Benson and Judkins though.
Yeah, I'm going Judkins. I might be irrationally high on Judkins this week, but he looks so good. I'm just going to put Judkins in my flex. Everything else looks good. I mean, this is a good team. I mean, you got Benson, Pearsall, and Judkins just on the bench. It's a good team.
Yeah. I'll say again, this is where we slightly differ. He's a little higher on Judkins than I am, and I'm a little higher than Pearsall. If Pearsall's a full go and Purdy plays, I would want to flex Pearsall. But if there's any issues, Judkins perfectly fine. All right, Toy Gaines. Benson, Walker, or Scatterboot?
Well, again, if we find out Charbonnet's out tomorrow, I'm going to go Walker. If Charbonnet's playing, I'll go Benson.
Here you go. So keep an eye out on injury report 44 MSU 44. Send Monty for Benson if you have Gibbs.
Yeah, just give me Benson.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Not because you have Gibbs necessarily, but I think that's fine. And then we have a competition, possibly best avatar now. That's a good dog. Looks like a very good boy. All right, Luis now. Guessing Worthy. 2 receivers. Worthy, Harrison, QJ, Waddle. It's 3-0. Nice.
Not Waddle. I think QJ's got to be number 1. I'm going to say Worthy number 2 if he plays. Otherwise, Harrison.
Yeah, if Worthy, again, got to make sure Worthy plays. So I wouldn't put Worthy in your lineup until we're sure he is playing. This is tough now. Think about it, because Harrison plays tomorrow night, right? And we might not know about Worthy until Friday. I'd like to start Worthy and QJ. I think it's fine. I could wait for that. This, you can tell, by the way, we're still catching up. Get back from Super Chats, so we're going to stick to Super Chats for now because we need to. You can tell this is back when we were discussing Drake London and Michael Penix. Contender for best non-dog avatar is Captain Moistbeard. So the Falcons' offense is run by a 4-year-old. Man,
I feel like it would be better if it was run by a 4-year-old, because they would just be like, throw it deep, throw it deep, throw it deep, right? Like, just chuck it, and it would be like more exciting. This offense is.
I feel like, they have competitions anyways. I'm sure they do, like Madden, and PlayStation, whatever. Whoever is good at like the mastermind at Madden who wins the national competition is probably good enough to be an offensive coordinator, because they know the playbook of every team, like forward and backward, right? They spend so much time just doing that. I bet you they'd be pretty good at it. All right. Maybe not a 4-year-old. I don't know. Kid Curry, 0-3. Got offered Hampton, Judkins, and Igbuka for Swift and Gibbs.
Man,
I think you got to take this.
So you're getting the Gibbs. 3, right? You're giving up Gibbs.
Get Hampton and Judkins at running back. You got 2 good running backs, and you get Igbuka. Swift is like a throw-in, right? Swift, like whatever. So it's almost like a 3-for-1.
I just hate being on the end where I'm getting not clearly Gibbs is the best player. Like, I know we expect Hampton to be really good, but it's not a guarantee. Judkins has only played basically a game and a half in the NFL. Already talked about Igbuka. I don't know. I can't give up Gibbs. It's a fair offer. It's a fair offer. I can't give up Gibbs.
I think, well, first of all, I think it's enough. Second of all, this team's 0-3, and right now they're rolling out Swift as their starting RB2 every week. At least you can go Hampton, Judkins, and feel good. And then Igbuka is, because you don't want to start Hunter. Wait, is that Hunter Henry or is it Travis Hunter? I guess it's Hunter Henry.
I think it's Hunter Henry.
You got BTJ. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think we do this.
I mean, maybe because you're 0-3, but man, all right.
I know what you're saying. Like, I hate giving up the best player, but I think you're getting enough back here. All right, Zymalik. It's a 12-teamer, 2 flex, RB, Saquon, a.k.a. J. Will, Swift, Sharp, BTJ, Jason, Buka, Pickens, Godwin, Addison, Ayo. Okay, looks like we got some trade offers here. Kamara and BTJ for Jacobs and Kelsey.
I do not want Kelsey. I'll take Kamara, BTJ.
I feel like this would almost be better. Would you rather do Kamara and BTJ just for Jacobs, and if you don't get Kelsey?
I mean, sure, but I still don't. I don't like, again, if you're giving up Alvin Kamara and BTJ for Jacobs, you are taking the stance that BTJ is going to be a complete bust this year.
Right.
Because if he's not, you're going to regret this. You're going to regret this.
This is true. Okay, well, how about this? Kamara Pickens for Chase.
I'll take Chase here. Yeah, I'll take Chase. I'll gamble on Chase here. Definitely.
Like, even if Browning is just not it, which he doesn't seem like it, is Pickens definitely outperforming Chase the rest of the year? Don't think so. Yeah, I would take Chase here. So let's do the second, not the first. It's funny because I thought, and I was right, like it's just subtracting Kelsey. I was like, okay, that's a little bit better now, but still not. Okay. I'm sorry. Apologies to our next user. Nobody has a better avatar than the Libertarian Sasquatch. No one. That's something we definitely agree on, and definitely no better username. I don't know. It will never. We'll be doing this for 10 years, like 20 years from now. I don't know if I'll still be on YouTube. 20 years from now, Libertarian Sasquatch, you're still on here. I will still laugh every time I see your name. I will still enjoy it. Play Marvin Harrison over Pearsall.
No, only if Pearsall's out.
Nope. Okay. Only other receivers, Golden. Fine with Golden. I go Golden over Harrison. You have Golden over Harrison too?
Yep.
Seahawks right now, if I remember, giving up some of the fewest fantasy points to outside wide receivers. Not a good spot for Harrison.
Yeah.
Jonathan Koshan, 10-man, 2-1, going against first place. All right, starting Hurts, Bucky, Adams, Neighbors, Igbuka, Kraft. Do I start Walker or Judkins?
Man, we've had this question a lot. Again, if Charbonnet is completely out, I'll go Kenneth Walker. Otherwise, if Charbonnet plays tomorrow, I'll go Judkins.
Yeah, good with that. Rewinding back as well too. Remember with Phil, it was that CJS. We're trying to figure out who it was. It is CJ Stroud.
All right, you can drop CJ Stroud.
Drop CJ Stroud. Drop. And I think his starting quarterback was like Josh Allen or something like that, or like Lamar Jackson. Like, you do not need CJ Stroud. Let's go to Edgar, Vincent, Flex, T. Higgins, Stephon Diggs, Zach Charbonnet, or Wan'Dale Robinson.
What? Let's see where I had these guys ranked. I have T. Higgins as a sit, apparently. I have Zach Charbonnet as a sit.
Pretty sure Diggs is a sit.
I have Diggs as a sit. Who else is on this list? Is anybody on here? Wan'Dale? I think I might have Wan'Dale as a flex.
Possibly.
But I mean, but I don't even know if I might have Wan'Dale as a sit. I might have all these guys as a sit. I mean, how good can we feel about Wan'Dale with Jackson Dart? We don't know how this target breakdown is going to be. I'm just going to play T. Higgins here. At least T. Higgins, like, maybe he catches a touchdown or something. Like Diggs, Charbonnet coming off an injury question. I'm just going to play Higgins here and pray to the fantasy gods.
Yeah, you just to verify, we both had Wan'Dale as a sit. Charbonnet is the one you just know, even if he plays, no. Wan'Dale, Chargers, Dart, no. We already talked about Diggs, just go Higgins. Short season, start 3. Olave, T-Mac, Devontae, Pollard, Ridley, Shakir, had
Evans and Lamb in the same week is brutal. T-Mac 1, Olave 2. I probably got to go Devonta Smith 3.
Yeah, I think just go those first 3. Elijah, Ledesma, Stafford or Dart.
Give me Stafford. I'm not starting Jackson Dart his first NFL game against the Chargers. Look, if he goes out there and plays great, okay. But no, I'm not doing it.
Well, I don't know if this is an option. Because he's saying if Jaden is out, what if Mariota is available? Would you just go Mariota over Stafford?
I don't know. Probably no Terry.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Stafford should be fine against the Colts.
Yeah, without Terry, that's true. Okay, let's go Stafford. All right, Dion. So someone dropped Drake London. This is a 10-team non-PPR league. Yes, grab him. Who would you
Yeah,
drop though?
DK. I'm dropping DK. Goodbye. Let somebody else pick up DK and deal with that headache. Nah, give me Drake London. Bye bye DK.
Yeah. See, I said it. People are low in London, and there's proof. Max Levy, 3-0. Would you trade AJB and Etienne to get Justin Jefferson?
Yes. I'm not giving up on Justin Jefferson yet. Yes. Give me Justin. This is like the perfect trade when you're 3-0, right? It's like,
yep.
If Jefferson turns into the stud that he is, you go 18-0 or 17-0 or whatever it is, right? Yeah, do this.
Yeah, this is a good trade for you. It's fair. Like, you're not fleecing him necessarily, AJB, but this is a good trade. Do it. All right. Now we got the Scrubland podcast. Bench T. Higgins. I mean,
if you can, yes.
It was, I think you saw how painful it was for us to say yes to T. Higgins in that previous question. So, yeah. What about Joe? Trade away CD and Shakir for Chase and QJ. He is 0-3.
I mean, you're 0-3. You can't wait 3 or 4 weeks for CD.
Yeah.
I think I do this.
It's close already, but I mean, yeah, given the circumstances, you probably should. Mad Dogs, ABs. It's also 3-0, a 10-teamer. Got Lamb and Evans. Had Lamb and Evans. Still have Collins, Pearsall, and Sutton. Would you trade Chase Brown and K9 or Mason for Cook?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I just want the guy who, I mean, because this is the other thing you got to think about when you make these like 2-for-1 trades. Like, okay, so you still have the Sutton. Okay, well, I don't know what your whole bench looks like. Well, you've got Chase Brown, K9, and Mason, obviously. So if you let's say you trade Chase Brown and K9. Well, now you're going from like K9 and Mason to James Cook and Mason. That sounds really good to me. Or if you trade Chase Brown and Mason, you're going from K9 and Mason to James Cook and K9. Like, that sounds really good to me. Like, people, it's not just looking at it through the lens of the 2-for-1. Like, oh, you know what I mean? It's how it impacts your lineup. Because again, unless you're in like a really deep league where you start all these players you're trading for, it's almost always better to get the one, assuming the one is the stud. James Cook is a stud. Yeah, I'm taking James Cook here. And I don't care if it's Chase, as long as Chase Brown is one of the running backs, as long as I'm not giving up Walker and Mason, I don't care which other running back the player in my league wants. It'd be like, you want K9 or Mason more? I want Mason. Fine. Here you go. Give me James Cook.
Agree. And look, you're already 3-0, and you're going to get Lamb and Evans back in hopefully a month or less. You still have Nico, Pearsall, and Sutton. You're sitting pretty, I think, right now, and you're going to be really good come playoff time. All right, now Joe Hill. This is also a 10-teamer. It's half. Have Henry. Thoughts on Henry going forward? Is this the year he falls off? How dare you?
I don't think so. It's not. No, I mean, he needs to stop fumbling. That's for sure. He needs to stop fumbling. But let's not forget, week 1, this dude was was looking like better than he had in his, like, maybe ever. Like, he was looking like, what the heck? How's this guy doing this? Nah.
Yeah, look, if there's a guy who I think gets the benefit of the doubt no matter what, it's King Henry. This is a recency bias based question, I think. Would you try to upgrade for Taylor? You're not upgrading Derrick Henry, like, period. Unless it happens to be Saquon Barkley. But
I think if I can get Jonathan Taylor, I take Jonathan. Jonathan Taylor looks awesome this year. I think if I can get Jonathan Taylor, I'll take Jonathan Taylor.
We can't say Derrick Henry's just not awesome still after one bad game.
No. But I mean, the way Jonathan Taylor looks, I might just say, like, just give me JT. Like, he's younger. I don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah, but he's saying in a package. It's like you're like, I'll give you Henry and another player. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. And getting Henry and JMO, no, not doing that.
No, definitely not that.
Conscious dab. Got Judy and Ridley. Is that what they're doing? Heating up my bench, occupying space on the bench. Is it time to panic and look to trade them? Okay.
I mean, it's probably time to panic. But what are you trading them for?
Yeah.
Like, who in your league? Like, if you, hey guys, I got Judy and Ridley on the trade block. Who in your league is like, hey, here's someone real good. You can't. Yeah. You gotta. These guys are just gonna have to keep heating up your bench until they turn it around.
Yeah, and after this week, I mean, who knows? The Browns, you might not even be able to get like an old bottle of Tylenol for Jerry Judy. It's Ridley I'll hold on to and see if he comes around. You're probably not getting anything, Judy. If you can get something, sure. Mad Dogs, ABs again. Pearsall or Benson in PPR.
I go Benson because it looks like Jennings is playing. If Jennings is out, I'll definitely go Pearsall. But it looks like Jennings. Kyle Shanahan said he was close last week, and he's day-to-day, which usually means he's probably going to play.
Yeah, Jennings might play. I mean, look, if we get bad news about Pearsall being limited or out in practice tomorrow, okay, fine. I'll just sit him. But I think, look, the Jaguars are horrible against outside receivers. I think I would still go Pearsall. If you want to just play it safe and go Benson, that's fine. John Torres. T. Higgins, Blashell Tootin, or Darnell Mooney.
I mean, at least I have Mooney and Tootin as flexes. I don't love them as flexes, but at least they're flexes. I might just go Tootin here. I mean, these guys could all do nothing. These guys could all do nothing. I'll just go Tootin.
And hope he breaks one, scores a touchdown, which apparently he could do at any time. Hector Hernandez in a 10-team half PPR traded Achane for Neighbors and Mixon. You like that?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, Mixon is like whatever, but it's like this is basically Achane for Neighbors. I still got to prefer Neighbors. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm worried about Achane, but this offense worries me. Maybe Ollie Gordon starts vulturing touchdowns or something annoying like that. I'll take Neighbors here.
Well, I'll just say, yeah, I would do this. I'll take Neighbors. Mixon, I'm pretty convinced he's just not playing this year. I'm a little worried because you're saying you have JCM, Pacheco, and Nick Chubb and Tootin. If that's your entire running back room,
yeah, I hope not.
You might need to turn around and trade somebody else for a running back. But it's not a bad trade. All right. Now John Wickering says his QB is Mahoney, his homie. All right, that's his homie name. I've seen that name before, Mahoney. All right, Austin J. 10-teamer, Field, CMC, Achane, QJ, McMillan, Juwan, Scatterboo on the bench are these guys. Any changes?
I mean, maybe Pearson. I got CMC, Achane. Is that Ted McMillan? Alexis Scatterboo? I'll say if Pearsall plays, I still put him in over Ted.
Yeah, and I'll just say again what I've been saying about Pearsall. I would still like to start him if he's good to go. I'm in PPR. I could put him over Scatterboo, but let's wait and see later in the week exactly what happens. The 49ers, you're like, there's certain teams and certain running back rooms, whatever. You're just like, I just don't want to deal with it. I'm kind of just done dealing with 49ers, period. Just the whole team, right? It's like, is anybody besides CMC ever going to stay healthy this year? Apparently not.
That's it. It's the Bizarro year, right? This is like when everybody's like, you can't draft CMC. He's always hurt. He's going to be the one guy who plays all 17 and nobody else will.
That's exactly what's happened. He's the only guy who hasn't been on the injury report yet this year. The quarterback, the tight end, everybody.
Yep.
Except CMC.
It's the year of CMC. It's his year. And then
Yeah.
next year, you can't not draft CMC. You have to draft this guy. He's too good. He'll play 1.5 games next year.
Yeah. Juan Rogers, Godwin, DK, QJ, just one.
QJ. Definitely
Judkins,
QJ.
Kamara, Walker, 2.
Judkins and Kamara.
Beast Mode, Kane. Fair trade for Michael Pittman Jr. Tuden, Tucker, Thornton, Manor, Henderson.
So you're asking, so you have these guys, you're asking what's a fair trade? I think I would not trade BTJ for Pittman. I'm not ready to be that out on BTJ. I think Travion Henderson feels fair. Addison might do it because look, he's coming back from suspension. Not sure the others would work though. I mean, I don't think Jennings gets Pittman.
Yeah, I think it would have to be one of those last, not BTJ, but those other 3, right? Yeah. And then, I mean, people really want Ridley. So probably Addison, Jennings. Makes sense. Got a new member, another one. It's Sabir Husani. Thank you. I don't know if there's a question in the immediate area. If I see one, I'll put it up. In the meantime, this caught my eye real quick. I think it's worth addressing. We're getting caught up on the super chats. Somebody asked, here we go, Jaden Lee. Do Vegas player projections factor into start-sit decisions?
No, not really. Not really. I do look at it like I do a video every week where I look at underdog lines. Like I'll probably look at them tomorrow. I'll dive into them. And if I see some lines that stand out to me, either higher or lower than I expected, that may sway me a little more, like especially if it's a player I'm on the fence, where I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I should be a little higher or lower on this player, but not when we do the start sit videos.
Yeah, I think more so than player projections, we do look at the game itself, right? The implied totals over under. I mean, there's never, I don't know, not a big surprise, or you kind of already intuitively know, right? We already figure as soon as we see the matchups, okay, this is probably going to be one of the highest scoring games. This is probably going to be a low scoring game and all that. But, yeah, you can't look too hard at player projections because, again, they're just estimates and we try to basically make our own projections. C. Hibbs, got a couple of questions here. Pick one, Debo, Jacoby, or K9, full PPR.
Full PPR, I'm going Jacoby.
Yeah, you just said Jacoby here. Now, what about pick 2? Slat, is that supposed to be Scat? Slat.
I assume Scattaboo. Yeah, I'm going Scattaboo over these running backs.
Scattaboo. Well, we need 2 here. It says Scat, Swift, Pollard.
Scattaboo, Pollard.
There you go. All right, and then okay, here's the question from new member Sabir Husani. Who to start in week 4? This is full PPR. JD, Judkins, Warren, Ted, Neighbors, Warren, the other Warren. Benson. On the bench, BTJ, Jennings, might need May. I mean, obviously you start May if JD's out, but otherwise that's it. Any other switches here?
Let's see. I mean, Jennings on the bench. You got Judkins, Warren, Tet, Neighbors, Benson, BTJ on the bench. I'm gonna put Benson over Warren and BTJ in my flex.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, look, Warren is fine. Give me BTJ. What are you thinking about Jennings though?
I mean, I do like Jennings. Yeah,
I don't know
like
who to
but I
sit,
can't put Jennings in over BTJ. No.
Yeah. All right. I agree with everything you said. Let's go Benson and running back over Warren, flex BTJ. Everything else good. All right, now we got John. It's a 10-teamer. It's 3-0. Very nice. Got Bijan, Kamara, Etienne, Neighbors, AJB, Odunze, Garrett Wilson, Debo, Godwin, Kraft. Thinking he needs another running back. Okay. Trade AJB or Odunze and Kraft for Bucky and Kincaid.
No. I don't think you need another run. I mean, actually, I'm okay trading AJ Brown. Well, AJ Brown and Kraft.
Man, I think there's Kraft, Kincaid, probably not a huge difference. I don't know. That should be like a determining factor, right? But then it's like, okay, AJ Brown or Odunze for Bucky.
It's not terrible. Odunze. I'm not trading Odunze for Bucky. AJ Brown I could consider. But then it leaves you with Neighbors, Odunze, Garrett Wilson, Debo, and Godwin. I mean, look, Godwin coming back. I don't know. Maybe I could maybe do AJ Brown and Kraft for Bucky and Kincaid. Just make me feel a little bit better at running back. But it's not a must.
Yeah, I'm on the fence with this. I guess, I think if it's just AJB for Bucky straight up, I think that's fine. I could do that. I think I could do that. Easy one here. Ninja Fitness in 100. 0-3. Am I toast?
No. I mean, you're like it. It depends. There's different 0-3s, right? There's like, I'm the highest scoring team, but I'm 0-3. You're definitely not toast. I'm like one of the highest scoring teams, but I'm 0-3. You're definitely not toast. It could even be like, I'm not one of the highest scoring teams, but I now have Omari and Hampton and Trey Benson on my team. Oh, you're probably not toast. You know what I mean? Now, if you're 0-3 and you're the lowest scoring team, and you just lost CeeDee Lamb and Mike Evans, yeah, you might be toast.
That's exactly right. It depends what kind of 0-3 you are. Maybe. All right, Brandon Sky, Odunze or Hill? Well, that's an easy one.
Odunze. How do you bench Odunze right now?
If you saw the wide receiver start sit video, you already know Odunze is now a must start. All right. Tyreek Hill is not a must start. Let's get to looking for, we'll just make sure we do all the super chats before we open it up because we do have people waiting. Roger Behar. Tyquan Thornton, DK, Tillman, or Tootin in the flex?
Well, I don't love DK this week, but I think I have to put DK over these guys. I mean, look, Thornton could have a big play, but Worthy sounds like he's going to be back. I'll just go DK, I guess.
Thornton has been doing something, it's coming on, but now Worthy, like you said, probably going to be back. Don't love DK this week, but are you really going to want to feel better about Tootin in full PPR? So, yeah, I think I would go DK as well. Lover Field is interesting. Those are my two favorite possible, and I know streamer and a lot of leagues are not available, but you just take the risk-free play with Love.
Yeah, it's the Cowboys. I mean, they just made Caleb Williams look like best QB in the league.
They did, yeah. Like Field, but Love is far safer. JP Villasana, Jamar, Devonta Smith.
Still got to go Jamar. Still going Jamar here.
Benching Jamar does feel wrong, and it is mostly wrong. Look, if your other choice maybe was AJ Brown, if your other choice was, let's see. Who could you even bench Chase for? Not too many.
There are definitely guys I could bench Chase for. Like I could bench Chase for Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton.
Garrett Wilson, yeah. Not
I
many.
could probably bench
Not
him for
many.
Jacoby Myers and make it Buka.
Smith is not one of those, though.
No.
All right. Will Davies. 3-0 as well. Very nice. Lamar, CMC, Mason, Benson, Scadaboo. Henderson, Corum, Lamb, Pearsall, Ridley, Gold, and Henry. Should I shop an RB for a wide receiver or just hold?
I mean, you got a lot of run. You got CMC, Mason, Benson, Scadaboo. I mean, this is a good time to trade one of those guys, right? Sell high on these guys. Not that I'm out on Benson or Scadaboo, of course, but I mean, you've got CMC, Mason. Might even be, Mason might even be the one I want to trade. I feel like Mason has the most trade value right now out of these guys. And like, I don't feel like people are thinking about the fact that Aaron Jones will be back. So, like, again, if I can trade a Mason and get a Zay Flowers or maybe even a BTJ, you might be able to get a BTJ for a Jordan Mason right now. I'm absolutely doing that.
You can definitely get a BTJ. Not every league, of course, depends on the owner. You could get a Drake London. You can get somebody like that. Yeah, Mason or Benson. Shop around. Python. All right. Are we crashing? Does it look like we're crashing? I hope not. We are. But,
I hope not.
Let's do it. We haven't done it this week. Anybody who doesn't know what this is a weekly ritual Python has started. Pick 3 quarterbacks with the most passing yards. Not fantasy points, just passing yards. So here we go. Anybody's up for grab.
I know Jordan Love is going to be one of my picks for sure. Jordan Love.
Carson Wentz is tempting.
I just don't know how much he's got to throw. I'm going to say Jordan Love. I'm going to say Bo Nix. Bo Nix missed on some huge plays last week. If he connects on those against the Bengals, I think he could have a big passing day. Certainly risky. There's just not a lot of spots where I look at it and think like, oh, that should be a big day. I'm going to say Brock Purdy, number 3, assuming he plays.
Brock Purdy. I thought about Brock Purdy. I'm also going to take Jordan Love. Cowboys. I will go. Let's see. I just had it. Go Drake May. We've been talking about Drake May against that Panthers.
That's a good one.
Panthers defense. Don't be fooled too much by last week. Still not great. And I'm gonna go Caleb Williams. That's the Raiders. Let's go. All Bears. Dave. The app is so easy to use. Thanks for the free coins. Oh, that's very nice. Thank you, Dave. What app are we talking about? Well, guess what? Talking about the Draft Lane app. It is easy to use. This is a perfect time to show it off one more time before we get out of here because we are caught up on the super chats. We are actually caught up on the super chats. All right, so let's show what he's talking about here. First of all, this is the app. It's Draftling. Download it. It is a free download, and you use code Endgame, you get 10 free credits. Exactly what he's talking about. So free questions. Obviously, Dave used the code, used the app, got what he wanted, got the free advice. Awesome, and it's easy to use. So let's do one of these. We as soon as we stop answering questions about fantasy football here for the 3 hours, we're gonna get on the phone and answer fantasy football questions.
Yes.
So here we go. Sorry, Dave. I'll remove this just to make it easier to see. So you can do advanced trade, start, sit, rate my team, ask a question, waiver wire. We got a little bit of everything here. Anything jump out at you? Not that we can tell what the question is.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Just pick one. Pick like a ask a question or a start sit.
Let's do start sit. All right. This is a Yahoo user. Okay. 0-3 needs a win. Who to start? Well, we can't see the waivers because it wasn't a waiver question. This is a start sit.
Right.
So we'll just do start sit. We can make some recommendations though, and that's the good thing is we can type, give the feedback. I don't think we want to start there.
CJ Stroud at QB.
No. Who's on the bench? Spencer Rattler is on the
Oh,
bench.
come on. There's got to be better QBs on the waiver wire, right?
I hope so.
Man.
Okay, so let's just sit CJ Stroud. Man, I hate to say it, but I can see
Who
why
are we
we're
going to replace? I guess Troy Franklin, and if Terry McLaurin doesn't play. I mean, we're putting in Calvin Austin against the Vikings. Tyron Tracy's not
I'll go
playing.
Franklin against the Bengals.
Yeah, Franklin against the Bengals. Oh man. This team needs help.
Yes.
Harold Fannin at tight end. Oh man.
We don't even know about Likely though.
Yeah, we don't even know if Likely's playing. Oh man, this team.
Okay. Let's do that for now. Let's just say can see your league's waivers if you use the waiver wire option.
Yeah, let him know. Let him know he's got to pick up there's got to be a better QB than the ones you have. Got to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say here. You definitely need a better QB. That's it. All right, we already did the others. So. Here you go. Let's do one more. Ask a question. Start sit. This is the start sit question, but again, if you got Yahoo Sleeper, we can see your roster. It syncs. If you don't, if you're on ESPN or something else, you can just do this. So let's chat. Start sit. 1, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. Josh Allen is good. McCaffrey Hampton is good. Collins Wilson. Okay, so Allen, CMC, Hampton. Who you want to flex?
Dobbins. Flexing Dobbins against Bengals.
Yeah. Some good options. I mean, K9 could be good. We don't know about Charbonnet. Pickens a little risky. Dobbins at flex. All right. And it's that simple. All right. So we'll be doing that again. Try Draftland if you haven't yet. Free download. Get 10 free credits. Use code ENDGAME. So you can do that. Let's real quick do the last couple of super chats because we've got a couple more here. Actually, a couple of our members have jumped in as well. Let's see. That was Dave. This is Scrubland.
All right.
0-3. Lost Burrow. But you got Danny Jones to save the day. Juwan Johnson, Higgins, Swift, Chase Brown.
Oof, a lot of Bengals.
Yeah. Shoot for the moon and start the rookies.
No, let's get a win. I don't know. I'm going to assume you need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. So we're going to go Scattaboo. I guess we are going to start 1 rookie. Scattaboo and I guess Chase Brown as our running backs. Garrett will. Oh no, I see Pollard there. Okay, Scattaboo, Pollard as our running backs. Garrett Wilson, Olave as our wide receivers. Oh no, Zay Flowers.
Got Zay Flowers. Yeah,
Zay Flowers, Garrett Wilson as our wide receivers, and I'm going to flex Olave.
There you go. Yeah, you don't want to go all rookie. That's not necessarily a winning formula, but go for that. All right, Bandeezy. Rate this trade. Landed Neighbors and Pacheco for Jacobs and Pearsall.
I mean, so this is basically Jacobs and Pearsall for Neighbors. I know I say I usually want the 1 and the 2 for 1, but I almost feel like these 2s are too good.
I can see because he already has Bijan and Hampton and then Benson. So I was like, okay, you're good at running back, and you probably needed the number 1 receiver. So I can see the logic here. I know what you're saying, though. I mean, I really like Pearsall, so I feel like it was a bit much. I don't think it'll.
Yeah, nothing wrong with getting Neighbors, so it's fine.
If Neighbors is a first-round receiver, if he's a stud, I don't think you'll regret this necessarily. So I think it helped your squad. Arthur, just saying thanks. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thank you,
thank you.
everyone. We do have a couple others. Ashley, Danny Dimes, or Caleb Williams.
Caleb against the Raiders.
Yep. Go Caleb. I just put him in my top 3, so no turning back. Julio, he says he's in the lead. Very nice. And he's in some of the draft line leagues. I know that. Needs 2 and a flex. Chase Pickens, T-Mac, Pearsall, J-Mo, Jacobs, Pollard, Monty, Judkins, and Henderson.
All right. Still got to go with Jamar Chase here. And I'll say Pearsall is my second if he plays. Otherwise, T-Mac. Running backs are going to be Jacobs, Judkins. And then flex is going to be T-Mac, assuming Pearsall plays. If Pearsall is out, I think I still got to go Pickens here over Pollard or Monty or Hendy.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, you're 3-0. You're just rolling along. You're in a good spot. Deja Entendu. Asking the chat. Well, let's answer this because it's a member. Should I trade Bowers for Hurts if your QB is Knicks and you have Ferguson?
Ooh. Do we do this? I normally am anti-trade for QB, but I mean, you're getting one of the best QBs and you got Ferguson. I think I might do this. I might actually do this. Very rare that I'm going to trade for a QB, but man, with how good Ferguson's been, Bowers, I don't know if he's 100% right now with that knee. I might do this and just take Hurts and roll with Ferguson.
Yeah, I got no problem doing this. Why not?
And I'm really pleased. I only ask one thing from people next year. Don't argue that you have to take an early QB, early tight end, please. Please.
You know it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It can't happen.
No.
I can just get Brock Bowers and feel so fine. And then it's like, yeah, but I could just wait and get Juwan Johnson, Hunter Henry, Dalton Kincaid, Jake Ferguson.
Off waivers. Jason
I
Priddle.
can get these guys off waivers.
Yeah. Trade Pollard for Debo. Okay, I see. He's like, I need a receiver because I got CD.
I mean, okay, if you're hurting at wide receiver right now, then I would do this. I think I still prefer Pollard long term because it's not like Terry's out for the year. But if you need wide receiver help right now, I think this is fine. I think this is totally fine.
Yeah, I agree. I prefer Pollard, but Spears is coming back. Tennessee's not obviously going to be an elite offense. It's okay. And look at this, actually might turn out good. I mean, we don't want Terry McLaurin to have a serious injury. He visited, core muscle specialist today. It's not good.
Yeah, not good.
Neftali Diaz, slide in here at the last minute. Getting offered. What? JSN for Pat Mahomes.
You mean you're trading Patrick Mahomes to get JSN? I'm doing this. I don't even care who my backup is.
Yeah.
I'll put Carson Wentz in this week if I have to. Gets the Steelers. Yeah.
Do this right now, even if you have to put Jameis Winston at quarterback. Still do this. Ashley, half PPR. Needs a flex. Ted Pollard, Bill, Franklin, or Wandale?
I think you got to go Ted here. I think Ted's my choice. A half PPR makes it, but look, Ted isn't like a guy who relies on catching a bunch of passes. He's a big play guy. It's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen soon. I'm going Ted.
Yeah, Ted kind of stands out above all these picks. Go Ted. Keep an eye on the injury report as always, but right now it is Ted. Okay, let's see. We did that one. Okay. Another one. Abe J. Scatterboo for Chase Brown in half. Who'd you rather have?
No, I don't want to trade for Chase, but just give me Scatterboo. I'm keeping Scatterboo.
It's not a good time. I guess if you think I'm buying low Chase Brown, but it's one of those things, and it's ironic. This is actually, which is perfect segue to mention. We have a Dynasty channel. We're going to talk
Yeah.
Dynasty buy lows that you should not take. Guys, buying low sometimes can be a mistake.
Nice.
Buy low. And then what'd you get? You got low. You got somebody who is just not worth anything anymore. So it's always buyer beware, right? This is not a good time necessarily to buy and chase Brown until we see something better. Because it's not just Jake Browning, by the way. Who was it who posted this? Can't remember who tweeted. We follow so many people. Basically, long story short, the Bengals have the worst offensive line in the NFL.
Yes.
That's not just going to change. So
no.
Yeah. All right. I think that does it. We are now caught up, and we are at the 3-hour mark. So we'll have to save our talk for tomorrow, because guess what? We'll be back tomorrow, right before the game starts. What, about 2 hours before kickoff? So we'll see you then. Don't forget about Draft Lane, as if you could. Download it now if you haven't yet. It's free to download. You get free credits if you use code ENDGAME. Also, again, Underdog, if you haven't tried it, got information in the comments, the description for you. Try code ENDGAME when you sign up on Underdog as well. And ask your questions away here on Draft Lane. We'll be here to answer them. Also, tomorrow live. Don't forget, subscribe if you haven't yet. You've been watching. No harm. Doesn't hurt at all. Trust me, I've done it before. You hit subscribe, it doesn't hurt. And give us a like if you appreciate it. Thanks. We'll see you next time.